summer's on, and I've been living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. Been waiting all year to be here, to ride the wave of the water frontier. The ocean's warm and the tunes are chill. We'll stand here till we get our fill. We're working hard and we're playing hard too. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Time to go big or go home. And I ain't going home, 'cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. Everything we've ever wanted's right here. Don't wanna blink just to fight the fear that our time will pass way too fast. And I'll be dreaming of the beach another year. We're gonna have the time of our lives, days and nights with the sun in our eyes, and a wild tide under bluest skies, tearing up the shoreline. 'Cause summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day. We're gonna ride The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. The summer's on, and I'll be living on the beach. Left my shoes and all my troubles far away. 'Cause summer's on, the ocean's underneath my feet. And if the sun is out, I'll ride the waves all day.
Okay,
Hello?
so
Hello?
okay, is everybody mics working? Mic check, mic check, 1, 2, 3.
I didn't think you'd still be there. Not after
Uh,
what happened last night.
I refuse to remove myself behind my monitor. I'm
I
I,
must observe these animatronics.
I'm 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 checking your bank accounts. Oh dear.
Welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh dear, this
Where
is
most of what we do is sleep.
this is a problem. Your your bank account is worse than mine. Oh dear. I can't steal your identity now. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. What is
Keep it in
this?
the backlog, just in case I become successful later.
Maybe. What is this? What is this? If I could, I would. I wish I was sponsored by NordVPN because this would be the perfect transitional statement, like right here.
Don't say their name without them giving you money.
Yeah,
No,
no such thing
oh
as
no!
free
I'll
labor.
never get the sponsorship now. Just like
I'll never
Werther's,
financially recover.
I'll never financially recover. Hi guys, how you been?
Hi.
I'm alright.
You know what? I'll be real with you. I'm also doing okay. I still refuse to remove myself beyond this cover, though. You'll have to play.
I haven't played Dungeon Dragon in weeks and weeks and weeks, which is so sad.
I'll be real with you. The last time I played Dungeons and Dragons was yesterday, but that was after like a 3-week deficit.
Yeah.
It was rough. I have never listen. When I tell you that this is my copium, I'm gonna be real with you. It absolutely is.
The last time I delved into the donjon and fought a Durgan was last time we sat down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been coping so hard with Baldur's Gate 3, but it's not enough. It's never
I've been
enough.
watching shitty fantasy anime.
Okay, hold on a second. Actually, we've had these discussions. They're not shitty. They're nuanced. We talked about that.
There's no
Yeah,
that
that anime girl's titties are really nuanced.
Yeah, that's why we say nuanced. Listen, I will separate. Listen, I will separate the crap from the chaff as good as anybody else. But I will stand by that. There are some anime that just should not have been produced. There are other animes that are produced with good intentions, and there are some animes that are god tier. I've yet to find
Freyren is god tier.
Yeah, Freyren is built different.
Yeah, I can't watch Freyren. It makes me cry too much. But no, I've been watching this really god-awful one. The Saint's Magic is Omnipotent. It's just the worst romance I've ever seen.
I skipped that one. That one I knew I was skipping.
I'm enjoying it because it's like watching one of those shitty rom-coms. And those are basically just science fiction. Like the rules of reality and love don't actually apply.
If you want a good rom-com for the current season, watch 100 Girlfriends. That one's a really good rom-com.
That title though is really off-putting to me.
I saw it and I was like, oh my god, this looks like it's gonna be really misogynistic.
Okay, so here's the thing though. It's not. Like literally, like if you could get past the title, give it a chance. It's actually a decent anime. I will die on this hill. It's a decent anime.
I've been really enjoying I'm in Love with the Villainess, which is currently airing.
Okay, but like every version of I'm in Love with a Villainess or like anything that has the title Villainess in it is automatically going to be on my top tier list because of the oh god, what was her name? All routes lead to doom. I am the villainess, so all routes lead to doom. Like I loved that anime, and I'm like, okay, well, I need more. And then the gods of anime decided to give me 5 more in 3 years, and I'm like, yes.
Dude, so I'm really fucking with Shangri-La Frontier. It is genuinely one of the best full dives I've seen in a while.
I have never wanted more so in my life to be in a fucking video game anime besides Log Horizon. And Shangri-La Frontier is just like, gods, I wish that was me.
Right? No, dude, like you and I, we both play a bunch of shitty fucking games, and like the whole point is that he finally plays a good one, and just it's great to watch.
It's the best catharsis when you go through like years of playing trash games, and then your best friend or whatever is just like, try this, and then like it. The sheer amount of catharsis knowing that everything works as intended.
Man gets bullied into playing new game by local GameStop manager, finds it was actually a great recommendation.
Yeah, it is so good. Oh, thank you for the sub.
You're welcome.
But yeah, no, like it is like the sheer amount of like catharsis you get from playing a good game versus all the trash games you've sifted through and you just didn't know there were better games.
Right? No, today's episode was top tier.
Oh, I'm gonna catch up on it tomorrow after work because that's
For
my
sure.
anime catch up day is Mondays.
Yeah, no, I work from home and I watch anime before work every day. So tomorrow before work, I'm gonna get to catch up on a certain guy's VR MMO playthrough, and that'll be fun.
That is going through. That poor man is going through it. Like
That poor man is going through it, but I really love this one because it's so slice of lifey. I don't like, and I love that his big adventure is happening unbeknownst to him.
Yeah, its simplicity is why I enjoy it. True.
It really is.
Like, definitely give it a shot.
It is everything I want.
This is slowly just becoming a podcast of anime recommendations, and I think I might just have to start doing those. Like,
I think we might have to.
Like, I think at this point, I'm just gonna have to get like a group together, and we're just gonna do like Turtle Talk, where we just talk about anime, what's been going on in our lives, and just do like a podcast for like 2 hours, and just.
Dude, if you want to start doing that like once per month, fucking hit me up.
I might actually. I'm gonna talk to some other people, and I'm gonna see if I can get that started.
Dude, please do, because I'm in.
That'd be tight. I think I might do that. Yeah, that actually.
Anywho, I think we have a game to play.
Yeah, we do. So, where we last left off, you guys were where did we left off? Hold on. typing furiously.
It's been a while. Please forgive us.
Notes. There are notes here. There's a video. Oh God, this is a tutorial. Oh no. Okay, cool. All right, so where we last left off, you guys had been given a mission by the Merchant Prince of Blasphatan, and your mission is basically what you've already been doing, which is to continue your investigation into the Cult of Golion and into the Order of the Desert Wind in order to potentially stop a dire threat against all of the nation of Abu Kanasta. You have been given a I believe I gave you a scroll that was basically a writ by the Desert Prince, or by the Merchant Prince. She basically gave you the ability to freely travel between the cities without search and seizure under her name. And then I also gave you guys a map given to you by one of the Skara Aldin commanders, which is a up-to-date map that has recently been drawn. And the reason why it's recently been drawn is because every like 10 years or so, the migration patterns of the cities, of the Scarab cities, changes. So they have to redraw the maps like every 10 years. So yeah, the map that you guys have, I think I put it in the Discord. It should be pinned, I think. Yeah, that one. It's like right in the middle. That has all the like the lines and stuff like that. That is the current map for this decade.
Cool.
So, with that in mind, you guys went ahead and before you departed Blasphatan, you spent the next week preparing yourselves for the journey ahead.
We also met with the brothel leader and
you met.
meeting.
Yeah. Thank you. You met with Madame Nadine, who's the head lady of the Red Light District's Desert Lotus. No, it's just called the Desert Lotus. I had to explain what a bordello was, which then I had to explain what a brothel was, which then I had to explain the business of.
Oh, innocence crush.
Listen, Lumi learned a lot last time, so. You also found out that that Madame Nadine is actually Lumi's aunt on her father's side. So Madame Nadine is actually Damien's sister.
Not royalty, but not royalty.
Yeah, royalty by extension, but she is a prominent figure in Blasphatan, at least. and she had offered Lumi training in the mystic arts to kind of help curb her chaotic outbursts with her magic, and so that's what she did during the week. If I recall correctly, Violet, you spent your week crafting poisons and learning some and getting some more insight about yourself as well as your master, Manas Al Farad. Um, and then let me see here. Millennia, I believe you spent your time. Let me see. I remember you were shopping for something.
Yep, I got a decanter of endless water, and I had a cool samurai wolf mask.
That's right. Yes, and
And then I was pressing around for information about my clan possibly being here, and no one had any information.
right. You investigated that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then yeah, that about does it. So we were just catching up with Squorb and Ember, but
Yeah.
sadly Ember couldn't make it here this week. Life
Nope,
has
she's got finals.
Yep, life has found a way. But it's okay. So Scorb, for this week of preparation, what would you like to do? Also, this week was supposed to be like my making sure that everything was cleared before I do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to look into? Was there any like shopping you wanted to do, or any like research or anything that you wanted to delve into before you set out with your party?
So there was some light resupply that I wanted to do. Squarb realized that he was shy on ball bearings and went to go out and get those. Other than that, I believe the only other thing that he would want to do at this point is start researching. I can't remember the goddess's name, the one with the crocodile head.
Anwa Balor.
Yes, he'd been starting research like into her and her teachings.
Okay, so just remove 1 gold piece for your bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Yep.
And then obviously I'm not going to charge you for a sling because you can fashion that thing literally out of a sock. So
Yeah.
I've done it and it's not fun. Actually, it's pretty fun. You guys should try. No, don't try it at home. I don't condone. I don't condone weaponsmithing unless you are a professional or LARPer.
Me.
Which you know what I said still counts. It still holds up. You are a LARPer.
That's fair.
You and I have talked about wanting to go back into LARPing, so very therapeutic. By the way, I highly recommend if you can find it in your community. There's a website for it. I'll put it in the chat later, if I can find it. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check for me, Scorb, and I'll give you a +3 because you are familiar with the subject.
Cool. So that is an 18.
Nice, solid. With an 18, so I guess the question I have for you is, what specifically about Anwa Ballora are you trying to glean? Like, what information are you trying to glean?
What he's trying to figure out is the kind of people that we're going to be dealing with if we want to get this sword taken care of.
Okay.
Basically, like he's trying to find out how to communicate effectively with these people so that because he believes that this action that he wants them to take is in line with their teachings, but he wants to just make sure.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to disrespect them when we roll up.
Oh, I see. So the worship of the four ascended, which are the gods of protection, that are the antithesis to the gods of desolation that you've been fighting, they are effectively like an open. They're like a very open-ended like religious sect. Like everybody kind of worships every god, without any sort of. There's no like, I guess the best way to put it is like you can't be blamed for your ignorance, sort of thing. Like you cannot be you cannot be you can't be blamed for your ignorance because it's such a ubiquitous thing.
Right.
Like I can even give you like just because you are a citizen of Abu Kanas, I could just give this to you, but the 18 just gives you more insight. So you have the four ascended gods, right? The four gods of protection. You have Kabu, the scarab god, who is the god of rebirth and storms. You have Vulcanus, who is the jackal god of protection and war, who is predominantly regarded as the patron deity of the Skada Audin. You have Solneus, the hawk god of the sun and wisdom, who is essentially the standing like Kabu and Solneus combined are like the standing figures of like the scarab cities of Abu Kanasta and the merchant princes. And then Anwa
Mhm.
Ballora is the crocodile goddess of protection and water. She's essentially the symbol of health. So she's like the sort of like how the Red Cross is ubiquitously defined as a symbol of safety and health. Anwa Ballora is that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so like you've seen her symbolism, you understand who she is on a very base level. Doing more research into her, again, it's one of those things where it's such a ubiquitous, like understood thing that whatever ignorance you have in relation to any one particular god, no one can blame you.
Cool.
You are sinless in that aspect. So going up to a priestess and asking for things like on this 18, this is where the insight comes in. Going up to a priestess of Anwa Ballora and asking for a blessing is the same as if you were going to a church and asking for for a blessing in the same sense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
same thing. And then obviously you know of the gods of desolation, specifically you know Golion, the centipede god. But I'll give this to you because you're on an 18 and it relates to Anwa Ballora. You have the snake goddess Ketseth. You have the scorpion goddess Scarati, and then you have the lizard god Avarex, and those are the four gods of desolation, also referred to as the four blights.
Mm.
And then beyond that, you have the four gods of prosperity, which, well, they're not called the four gods of prosperity, but they're just the four most known gods of prosperity. So you have Solane, which is the god that Selena uh, worshipped, which is the vulture god. He is the god who guides the dead. You have Selenus Philona, the cat goddess of fortune and of the night. You have Kasha, the goddess of knowledge, healing, and poisons. So she's basically the god of medicine.
Yeah.
And then you have Velos Meron, the goddess of commerce and law. So whenever you go into a bank or whenever you go into one of the I guess one of the courthouses, things of that nature, you would find her symbol. And
Okay.
these are the most commonly known gods. There are other, there are other like minor gods and smaller like clusters that other people worship. Like they're like some of the desert tribes worship like variations of them, or they worship like minor gods, sort of like elementals being worshipped, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That just aren't prominent outside of their culture. But yeah, that's what you get on an 18.
Cool. Just as like a little side personal thing that he would look into while he's doing this, because that sounds pretty comprehensive, is maybe if there's like any way on how to become like a paladin of one of the gods of one of the four good ones.
Oh yeah. So there isn't any on an 18, I will tell you that there isn't any like hard scriptures on how to become a warrior of the four ascended. Usually but you can but I will say on an 18 that you do pick up stories of chosen who fight on behalf of the gods, who kind of like become sort of like an avatar of sorts. But those are like very legendary stories.
Yeah.
So beyond
That's
that,
that's
so,
probably not Squarb.
yeah, you're,
but-
you're looking for the level below that.
Yeah. No, literally just like, hey, I'd like to go ahead and fight in your name and maybe do some good.
Yeah. Honestly, it from what you understand, it's something that you may have to just talk to the various priests and priestesses of that said god or goddess in order to kind of understand their tenets and how they kind of go about creating their paladins.
I will keep that in mind for when we make our journey. With that, I think Squarb's got what he needs.
Okay.
Bag of ball bearings and
Bag
some
of ball
knowledge.
bearings and some knowledge. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
I will say, if you would, because you spent a whole week doing this, Scorb, if you would please if you, whatever your religion, modifier is or your religion skill, add +1 to that.
Okay. How do I change that specifically?
If you go into your character sheet, right, You're
Yep.
going to let me see. I'm going to do this on Visper because it's easier. Visper is my test sheet because she'll never notice. So you're going to so there's a small gear at the bottom of skills.
Yeah.
You're going to click that. You're going to go to the individual skill. So in this case, it would be religion, and then you're going to click customize, and you're going to do miscellaneous bonus, or you can do skill override, and you can just write a note of and you'll just write a note as to why you got the bonus. And in this instance, it's just citizen knowledge.
All right. I now have a +1 to my religion.
There you go. You spent a whole week researching religion. You might as well get a bonus for it.
I appreciate that.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna double check with you all once more. Make sure you all have a long rest. Make sure all of your spell slots are recovered if you have spell slots. Make sure all your hit points are back to maximum. Make sure any and all conditions that you may have had are removed before we begin.
Mm-hmm.
And then temp HP
Oh, good.
resets as well.
HP resets to maximum. Yes.
So like temp HP goes away.
Yes. Also, temp HP goes away.
Cool. Because
All
I
right.
had 6 or something.
You know what? I remember why that. I think that was because of the I think that was because of wild magic.
I think it was, yeah.
Honestly, I can explain everything as wild magic, and it would make sense at this point. Like,
It
given,
really would.
given the kind of chaos we've had, it wouldn't surprise me. All right, so the three of you all reconvene at Niella's Nook. Wow, I forgot my own tavern. But you all reconvene at Niella's Nook. It's a simple meeting spot that you guys have just regulated to. So, what would you all like to do while you're here?
So let's see. Our current mission is to
Serena's heart is in the mountains.
yep, we've got to go get that.
And then we also have to deal with this sword.
Sword is in lockdown at the Skyaldine place.
Right.
And then there was the company commander who went to investigate possibly where the desert winds were.
Who disappeared?
I don't think we know that he disappeared.
I apologize. I've got a couple of other names in my head, and I think I might have mixed them up.
Ah.
Because I did have a company commander go missing, and then Lee took their place.
Yes, that would be
Oh,
your
yeah,
that
that's
would
the
be your
other one,
CO.
yeah.
Your commanding officer went missing, and so and she's been missing for some time. So to compensate for that, officer Lee at the time was promoted to commander of the Abukanas or of the Blasvatan branch.
Right. And that was that missing officer was who I was thinking of. I apologize.
The other
Yeah.
one was company commander Kano.
Right. Okay, my mistake.
You're good.
Hellhound Kano.
So we got all those leads to go through.
I suppose we should figure out where to start. I'm
Yeah.
personally inclined towards recovering Serena's heart first.
And we have other stuff to do in the whatchamacallit, in the mountains anyway, because that's where we suspect the what was I gonna say?
We're good at this, guys.
That's just how today's gonna go, I think.
Yeah,
That's
today's
where
gonna
that's
be
yeah.
guys.
We're catching up.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm also
yeah.
playing Vampire Survivors as a mindless thing in the background.
That's fair.
But
but just a heads up, guys.
mindless until it
It's been a few weeks. Give us a chance to get back into the swing of things.
yeah. That's the because the mountains are where we think the cult is, right? That we're
I will
worried
just
about.
I will just tell
Children were
you.
being sent.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I was gonna say you know that's where the children were being sent from. One of the
Right.
various thieves' respites is to the mountains.
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, no,
So-
I think the mountains is probably our best bet for the time being.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. How would you like to go about getting there?
I mean, nothing's gone wrong with getting a mount and just heading there that way so far.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
Aside from sand sharks, but
Well, yes, but those were barely even a nuisance.
I don't think that's true.
Look, just let me have my bravado, okay?
That's the most in character. Um. Okay. So So are you guys heading to a stable or?
May as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you all head to a stable that leads to one of the exit gates of Blasphatan. And I will, and they have the Sunstriders, the giant like frilled lizards that can run like 90 miles per hour. Um, but they also have flying mounts available if you wish to commandeer those. They have riding scarabs, which are basically like smaller scarabs, no bigger than a horse, but they do have the capacity to fly thanks to their elytra. They also have sunhawks, which Scorb is very familiar with.
Yes. If
Flight's
I
probably our
remember
best bet.
correctly.
I was going to say
Flight's probably our
best.
best. Yeah. We can afford that now.
Yes.
Yes, you could reasonably.
And also, I have wings, so I don't necessarily need a mount. I can just rest with
Oh.
one of you.
somebody might need to cover the cost of. Oh wait, no, right. We have the writ, so we can just kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't need to worry about needing to pay to get through customs or anything like that for the time being.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works.
Amazing what you
The
can do when you
Sunhawks?
have all these resources available.
Let's get us some Sunhawks.
Sweet. Okay, so one moment here. I actually do have my Sunhawks chart open. I just have to find where I put them. Let me see here. Here it goes. Okay, so to get a Sunhawk, they do ask how long you are planning to rent the Sunhawks for.
Ah,
That's a difficult question to answer.
Well, we can
Yeah,
do.
it's unpredictable.
Okay. Well, what we
It's going to be at least a week, if not more than.
Okay. What we can do is that we can set it up as a weekly thing, if you want to do it that way. In which case that would be 75 gold for the week.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
okay.
And how many weeks would you like to rent the Sunhawks?
Let's be safe and go with like 3 for now.
Yeah.
And if it takes longer, then is there like a fine we have to pay if we rent them out for longer than expected?
Yes. We will charge you an additional 15 gold per day beyond what you established for time.
Got it. Okay. That is hopefully not going to be too much of a problem. That's hopefully going to be something the DM forgets.
Watch him specifically notate it now.
Don't call me out like
Are you
that.
gonna are you really going to bother with figuring out the chronological
Do you realize
Do you
how
know
much
him?
money you guys have and how much I have to make you burn? Yes!
I do not have much.
Well, you bought a decanter of endless water. I can't blame you for
Yes.
that. That's out of necessity. But this? Listen, if I'm going to make Visper burn 1,000 gold on food and tackle for her land shark,
Oh, we have a land shark.
Yeah, but I think we can plot armor that one, can't we?
Yes, I need to talk to her about that because I actually have something planned for the land shark because she wants to take her with because she wants to take him with her. But
Yeah.
it's a land shark, so I'm like, okay, hold on, let me find the item that I wanted to give you, because there's an actual magic item that will solve the problem itself
Yeah.
very quickly. But yes, no. So you guys are ordering 2 Sunhawks at
For 3 weeks.
for 3 weeks at 75 gold per week. So that adds up to, math is hard,
225.
225.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you'll be charged an additional 15 gold per day past the initial agreement.
So do we just want to chip in 75 each and call it good?
I have 40 gold
Yep.
on me.
Oh, I'll cover you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then they are generous. They are going to apply the saddles and everything like that as part of the charge because the creature itself is worth 75 gold, but the saddle and stuff like that is like an additional like 15 gold. So they're just going to tack that on as your interest paid if you go beyond your time.
I may have bitten off a little bit more than I can chew looking at my fly speed. I'm pretty sure that's 30 feet.
Yeah, it should be equal to your walking speed.
Yeah. So that's fun. I'll be flying slower than the Sunhawks.
You will.
I should just mount up with somebody.
Don't you just have a Sunhawk for being in the Scaraldine?
Wait, I do, don't I?
You do. You can
I'll
come
go
and
get
get your
mine then.
Sunhawk.
Yeah, fine. I'll take mine with us.
This is amazing.
Look, man, I forgot that I had one because I haven't needed to use it the whole time.
I mean, to be fair, they actually fly slower for you. They always go into cruising speeds. Okay. Let me see here. What did I set the speed to the Sunhawk? 80 feet.
Oh, wow.
They fly
Fast.
80 they fly 80 feet they fly 80 feet every 6 seconds.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah,
man.
I took the stats of a giant hawk and made it a Sunhawk. Or a giant eagle. So yeah, so you all have you all have your Sunhawks and you are now flying out into the sky. Who would like to roll for the first day's worth of travel?
Is that just a D20?
It's just a flat D20, yeah. I have a table.
I will take the first one then, if that's okay.
Okay.
Because I like rolling dice.
Dice
That's
is fun.
awesome.
That is a 6.
6. Okay, let me check my table. Let me save my notes so that way I can charge you guys if you forget.
Ah,
Oh!
Bobby! Whoa! Okay, Scorp, I'm gonna need you to roll me a D100.
Okay. Suddenly my arms are sweaty. 73.
73, okay. Now I'm gonna need you to roll a D4.
Oh no.
I want to thank my friend Alex for giving me this idea of like creating this like elaborate chart. It's my favorite tool.
I rolled a 2.
A 2? Okay. As you sail through the sun-beaten desert above, you will note that there is hardly anything in the skies save for you. The ground below is a bright amber golden sand desert with few rocks jutting out from the dunes to provide some sort of landmarkings. Out in the distance, I would say you guys can, with your passive perceptions, can make out very little in the way of like cityscapes and things of that nature, pointing out truly how far the scarabs are from one another, and what other settlements therein lies. Scorb, I need you to roll me a perception check.
You've got it. 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, my wisdom is +0, so I've got no bonuses to perception here.
And I hope your charisma is going to be high. You're going to need that for paladin.
It is currently meeting paladin requirements.
You know
It's
what?
a 13?
You know what?
Yep.
If it's just meeting, that's all that matters. Yeah, let's go.
No, I was planning on dumping like the rest of his like stat upgrades, the next 2, I think, into his charisma.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Are you multi-classing or respecing?
I gave you the option to do either or.
I actually do not know.
That offer
Probably respecing.
that offer also extends to anybody else who wants to do something of the sort, if it makes sense for their character story. Okay.
Probably respecing once the process actually starts.
Okay. Scorb, what is your armor class?
19.
19. Wow. Fuck right. You're Okay, so on a 19, where is my dice tray now? Oh, wow. Okay, good. So Scorb, as you are kind of scanning around, you're kind of not used to flying on top of another creature. Which is fine, you know. You're used to your own freedom. But you do notice that barely there is what appears to be an arrow stuck to your shoulder pad.
The hell?
But you do not know where this arrow came from. As you look around, I would like all of you now to roll a perception check.
Me again?
Everybody. This is everybody.
Okay. Even worse, I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 6.
I also rolled a 6. Oh shit.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna be right back because I gotta check on my dinner. But you all need to roll initiative now.
Yeah, no. Scorb
Cool.
cries out, "We're under attack!" And
I
of course, fucking nat 20 on initiative.
Nice.
I hope we aren't surprised.
I can't be surprised is the thing.
Okay.
I
That's-
rolled a 20.
Nice.
Yeah. So I might be able to take out or distract one. Blech.
Yeah, I don't have anything that says I can't be surprised, so.
Yeah.
Of course, I nat 20 on initiative, though. Not on finding what shot me, but on reacting to getting shot.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, let me just set up the combat here real fast. Alrighty. So that's so silly. I can't believe you guys rolled this. It's so stupid. I'm glad I added it.
Is it like a bunch of flying kobolds? That'd be really funny.
Stop calling out my encounters.
Uh,
Stop calling out my encounters right now. I will actually maim Scorb.
I promise I'm not metagaming. I had just guessed.
Like, how the fuck did you do that? Stop this.
I thought what I would do if it were funny.
But yes, it is. Okay, so let me just ooh, I gotta let's see here. So you are not here, you are not here. So then that still means that everything else is good to go. Okay, so then we'll do this. Come on, there's the encounter. All right. Alrighty. So I will need everybody's initiative, starting with Violet.
I got a 15.
15. Scorb?
22.
Wow. And Millennia.
20.
Nice. Okay. I just
Yeah,
gotta...
no, Sparb got shot and had a preternatural reaction to getting into combat mode, just couldn't find where he got shot from.
Okay, so first off, because you all couldn't see it, I'm going to treat it as a surprise round.
Point of order, I cannot be surprised.
Fuck! Right, you're a barbarian!
Alert. I'm alert, too. I
Shit!
doubly can't be surprised.
Millennia may now act in the surprise round.
I guess I will look again, first of all, to see if I can figure out where they are.
I completely space on the whole, oh right, he can't be surprised thing.
So that's a perception check, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. There we go. That's a 20.
You see, flying just off to your right, a small contingent of winged kobolds carrying bows and arrows, spears, and one of them appears to be whipping out a sling with a hefty rock in it.
I will point them out and charge.
Easily enough. They had to be within range to even get here, but the
Yeah.
arrows were the first to fly, but they were just not able to hit anything except for Scorp. So yeah, you are well within movement speed to get in there and strike them down.
Sweet.
Which one would you like to fight? So there are 5 of them in sight. 2 are carrying bows, 2 are carrying spears, and one of them is carrying a bola or a sling.
Does one of them look higher, more armor, higher ranked than the others?
More
Based on
colorful?
yeah, more colorful. Based on what you can discern here, it would appear that the one carrying the sling seems to be the one that's in charge.
That's
It's
my
the
target.
it's the only one wearing a helmet.
That is my target.
When
Okay.
pointed out, what color is it?
The kobolds,
Yeah.
they're sort of amber. They to match the desert.
Ah. Cool. So these ones don't have a dragon patron. But that's just me out of game.
Right.
Squarb wouldn't know that end game, would he?
Roll it on your turn. You can roll an insight.
Okay.
Was that perception check a bonus action, by the way?
Oh, that's a
Or
free.
was that free action?
Yeah, I'll give
Okay,
I'll give it to you for free.
I will rage then,
Okay.
and my first attack is 27 to hit.
Hell yes.
I mean, there are you.
They're
There are kobolds.
wrong people to attack.
How often are they allowed to fight things in the sky? Really?
All right, so initial damage is 14 plus.
How do you
want
wanna
to
do this?
6. Oh God,
They're
Um,
kobolds.
it's another plus 9. Is there cleave damage?
You know what? There's supposed to be a thing for this. There's like a feat or something that you can take for this.
Oh, I
but-
see. Okay.
But you know what? I'm a rule of cool it because I think it should just be inherent. Like if you deal enough damage to kill the creature outright, then yeah. If it's close enough, then yeah. But they're not 5 feet apart. That's the only issue with cleave.
Okay.
Yeah, like the moment they saw this giant sunhawk come at them, they're just like scatter.
Okay. So this one just kind of charging like a lance. She holds him the Byakurai in both her hands and just kind of charges and just runs it through the chest.
She couched that motherfucker and he died.
You see that as you plunge your blade Byakurai into the kobold, you have skewered them into their sternum, and they in their last moment they try to let go of the end of the sling to try to smack you with it, but the sheer force of you flying in and just impaling them causes them to drop their sling.
I see.
You now have a corpse on your blade.
Perfect. I would like to go after another one.
Sure. You do have extra attack, and
Yes,
you do
I
have
do.
some spare movement.
Okay.
Would you like to
I
fight
will
one of the
go out
spearmen
over-
or one of the archers?
One of the archers.
Okay. I'm gonna ask
16 to
you.
hit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you real quick to make an animal handling check
Oh, okay.
because these sunhawks are not trained for combat.
I. Oh,
Mine
boy.
is.
Yes, Scorps is the only one that is.
Hey, that's a not natural 20.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. No. Your confidence in the heat of battle seems to transcend to the sunhawk underneath your legs, and it's ready to strike again.
We got
Hell
this.
yeah.
So that was 16 to hit, by the way.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, although I can already imagine.
15.
Okay, so how do you want to do this?
This one is another skewer. I'm just gonna keep collecting them.
Oh, sweet Christ on a stick, there is a God as you just bring in another.
Jesus.
Who?
Who's that?
Sorry.
Jokes that will never get old in Dungeons and Dragons games.
Right?
Okay, well, their surprise round is thoroughly thwarted. I'm just gonna roll a morality check here real fast to determine if, after losing their leader and one of their archers in a swift retaliation, if they are going to continue the fight. That is a negative, Chief. They are going to attempt to flee as their turn for their surprise round when they got surprised back. Do you as a party wish to pursue? Is the question now.
No.
Nah.
I'd rather not delay our mission.
Okay. Those poor bastards, they got their leader killed, and I'm like, morality checks. Like, immediately I have
I'd
to do
like to
morality
make that
check.
wisdom check, just to make me see if Squarb did know that thing though.
Oh yeah, go ahead and make an insight.
Yeah. That is 21.
You know of the few dragons that reside in Abu Kanasta.
And these kobolds are not serving any of them.
These are not servants of the merchant princes or of the bank owners of Abu Kanasta. No, these are rogue kobolds.
Cool. Let them go. They don't belong to anybody.
Okay.
No problem. And then swing my blade and just kind of catapult the two off.
I just
And down they
imagine.
plummet.
I just imagine the heft of this blade, right? Because this is an Odachi. This thing is designed to be like close to almost 2 meters.
Yep.
And you have to swing in such an angle so that way you don't accidentally cut the Sunhawk's wing. So I just imagine you like turning off to like the far side and then just trying to swing down. Just
I'm
twisting
just
your
imagining
body.
the poor bastards down on the ground below us.
I'll roll for that later.
If
No.
there are any.
Yeah, if
There's
there
just going to be a couple of corpses in the middle of their fucking picnic.
are. What else is new in the deserts?
Why are you having a picnic in the desert?
Yeah, don't they know there are land sharks out here?
Look, they could be tough adventurer types who don't think that they're any more than a nuisance.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Alrighty. But with that in mind, congratulations, you've all successfully not died.
That was a waste of a rage.
You will have to descend for the day though if you wish to make sure the Sunhawks don't die from exhaustion.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's important.
Okay. If
We don't want to
anybody-
be stranded.
Yeah, if anybody would like to, please roll a survival check too, so that way you guys can find like secure enough. Unless you guys just want to pick a random spot in the desert. Totally up to you though.
Oof. 9.
Can we all roll for it?
Yes, this is a group roll.
Okay.
That's a 5 out of me.
Oh god, that's an 8 for me.
Man, we're having a good.
We're not
day.
having a good time today.
Yeah.
Man, this is a bad time for all, huh? Because I was rolling low too. Okay, cool. So you don't find any like reasonable cover, but you all notice the chill of night is approaching. So you'll have to find some means to start a fire to keep yourselves warm through the night, and also a place to have the Sunhawks rest. Luckily, the Sunhawks are trained enough where they can just stay put, but they will flee should they sense danger outside of yours, of course, Scorb.
Right. I've actually got the means to start a fire. If we can find some kind of tinder, we can get that rolling really easy. Other than that, I've also got rope and ball bearings. I'd like to use my rope and ball bearings to make like a rudimentary jingle trap.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and
Like if anybody's got spare bottles, I'd love them, please.
Bottles. I
looks
don't
to the
think
alchemist.
So. Oh. Yeah, I've probably got a couple of empty poison vials.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
say
just
you
gonna
would.
drop some ball bearings in them in time to a rope. If somebody trips over them, we'll have a rudimentary alarm.
All right.
Cool.
Holy moly! I looked through my encounters, right, that I've created.
Yeah.
I delete all the old encounters, right, for so that way I can keep everything going. I still have the encounter from when the Abacant from when the Scott Aldine HQ was breaking into.
Oh dang, that's like 3 months ago.
Dude, that it says it was October 2nd of 2022. Like
Wait, what?
the big one, remember?
The very first.
The very
first
first one.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle. Yeah. Like that shocked me. I was like, no shot. So
Yeah.
hey, that's a timestamp that I'm keeping forever.
For sure.
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so let me see here. There's actually rules for this.
Yeah, because that was like the
That
like
was-
third.
that was like the third
recorded session.
Yeah, something like that. It was a big episode.
It was.
Let me see here. Okay, Scorb, you can go ahead and just roll me Actually, you know what? Given your background, you would probably know how to do this pretty easily.
I imagine it's part of Scar Odin training.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, go ahead and with advantage, you can roll either a trying to think, what's a good roll? Survival seems to be the one that comes to mind the easiest.
I'd say that or sleight of hand. Because I'm technically I'm setting a trap.
Yeah, you are setting a trap. So yeah, either sleight of hand or survival, whichever one you prefer.
I'm gonna do sleight of hand just because I've got a +2 on that.
Okay.
And that is 15 on the sleight of hand.
And that was with advantage?
Yes, it was.
All right, perfect. Yeah, no, it's simple enough. How much rope do you have?
I've got 50 feet.
50 feet? Okay, and are you using the entire length of the rope, or?
No, I'm just setting up a decent barrier around our camp.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, close enough that I'll hear it, but far enough out that it won't get in the way.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
And then, like, just in spots where I think we're most likely to get approached from.
Sounds good. Yeah, okay, so that's totally doable. Cool. I'm trying to find where the trap making section is. I think it's in Xanathar's.
Might be.
But anyways, yeah, no, you clearly you make a very simple alarm that's just basically kind of placed around your camp. Okay, and then was there anything else you guys would like to do to prep for camp?
I'll look around for some food. I have rations on me, but
Okay.
As do I.
Okay, cool. If you guys would like to look for whatever food you can, it is a desert, so the DC is going to be a little bit higher. Just being open about that. But go ahead and roll a survival check.
can I get advantage on that if I'm using scent?
I'll give that to you. Yeah.
All right.
That's reasonable.
I am not helpful.
That is a 17.
17. Okay.
Oh boy, Scorp.
Yeah,
Scorb-
no, my dice are just not happy with me today.
Scorb, my guy, come on. We're trying to tell a story.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, sometimes the pendulum just swings this way.
It's okay.
I
Again,
mean,
we're 3 weeks out. We're getting back into it. The dice haven't had time to readjust to us yet. Um. Okay, so
hey,
on a
I don't need to eat, so
that's
That's
fair. Yeah, I actually
I'll be
should.
fine.
I actually should ask. It's been a while. So for everybody to recap, Violet, everybody knows of your disposition, right? Like what you're.
In the party, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to say, like,
Yeah.
I don't recall. I'm pretty sure it's just like a bit an open secret that like everybody just knew. Like,
Kinda, yeah. Like, it got confirmed, like, directly for Squarb. I think it had to happen twice because I, the player, and Squarb both forgot.
I mean, you know, like that's what I had to make sure of, and I'm like, we make it a point all the time when she's meeting new characters, but for the party, my brain just like mandala affected myself, and I was like, is this a real thing? Did we already do that? Let me just reestablish.
Yeah, we've
I
done that.
would.
I'm pretty
It would
sure
be
we did it
crazy
twice
if we
before.
hadn't.
That
Yeah.
Right?
also, the amount of roleplay potential that had, like, just like, have you ever noticed Violet not eat? Yeah, it's weird. That... but also, she always takes the first
Guys,
watch.
I'm an undead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that story has been done to death.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, cool. I will say on a 17, you managed to find enough to feed one of you, like for the evening.
How much rations do you got, Squirm?
I've got, like, 2 weeks.
Okay. I have 11 days, so I will take this one then.
Okay. Yeah. What you were able to find is that you were able to hunt down small games, scorpions, lizards, things of the nature.
I see.
Yeah. Just whatever just happened to pop out of the sand at the time. Okay. So, with the campfires set, food secured, and the Sunhawks resting, who would like to take the first watch for the evening?
I can take a watch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Violet.
Perception. Oh, finally, geez, unnatural 20.
Woo!
I feel like that's like the first watch roll I've ever gotten good.
That's true. Actually, we might be able to, with 34 episodes, we might be able to, like, statistically prove that's the case.
I know that initiative check was my first good initiative check.
So on a dirty 20, Violet, we've already established that you technically can't feel cold. I believe.
Yeah,
you
kind of.
Like you could feel the wind, but I don't recall if we've ever like denoted.
Yeah,
Like if you could feel like drastic changes in temperature that you aren't already accustomed to.
yeah. So if I remember correctly, when we were in the cave that kept getting colder, it was like a really weird experience for Violet, who doesn't normally feel drastic changes in
Yes. Yeah. That one-
temperature.
yeah,
So
that
like
was-
I can feel like I think subtle changes in temperature, like if it's from incredibly warm to incredibly cold, I'll feel like colder, but like it's the difference between
It's the difference between a heat wave and a blizzard.
going
really.
outside and going inside.
Yeah.
Like, and wanting to wear a jacket when everybody else is like, I'm going to freeze to death or die of starvation or of dehydration.
Got you. Okay. I just wanted
So-
to establish that for roleplay purposes. That way I understand where we're standing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, as you are well aware, the desert is a blistering. It is filled with blistering heat during the day, and then it becomes very chilly at night to the point where most people would have to bundle up where normally they
Yeah.
wouldn't have to. For you, however, it's sort of like a mid autumn breeze, and is the best way to put it, I guess, for your disposition. You see your two friends frit about within their very humble accommodations, but you do not detect any dangers throughout this night, nor do the traps go off. Is there
Great.
Who would you like to wake up for the second watch?
I'll go with Scorb.
Cool.
All right,
My
so-
turn.
Yep. So Scorb, I will ask you to roll a perception check for me.
That is a 17, and my cat just made the cutest noise.
Awesome.
Mm.
We love cats here. Okay, so on a 17, Scorb, you being a citizen of the deserts, you are very much used to the chill of night and the heat of day. Making
My
you-
feathers keep me fairly insulated, so.
quite so, in fact. Um, on a 17, you also do not seem to detect any dangers that lurk within the night. Thankfully, for a day's worth of travel, you have made quite a bit of progress away from the scarab city of Blasvatan and into the just the untamed wilds of that which is Abukunas as a whole. But luckily, there are no dangers that you detect for this evening.
Thank goodness. I'd much rather be in one of the cities than out here in the wilderness. But it's what we got to do.
Fair so.
And Violet remains awake during this time, right?
Like half conscious, like
You're like in a semi-conscious
so it's like
state.
it's like trance, like with elves. It's parallel to that of like I'm aware of what's going on, but I would need a moment to like power on again, for lack of a
Okay.
better term.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
So
wanna
during
do
this time, during that, I think we assume just passive perception is what I'm doing.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
using your
is what I've
passive
got.
instead of your active.
I was asking for like conversation purposes, but I also don't want to disturb your rest, so I'll just go ahead and pass it on to whoever takes the next watch.
That'll
If
be
we need a third one.
no. You guys are doing 4-hour watches, so
Ah, okay.
okay. So
In that case, Squarb's going to recover his trap materials.
Okay.
And return Violet's bottles back to her.
wonderful.
Hmm.
Awesome.
And that was a long rest.
That is a long rest. Yes.
Hey, got my rage back. Yay.
All right.
Yay! I got my didn't use any
You didn't have
resources
to.
back.
You didn't have to.
Yeah.
You had the most terrifying thing in the skies, assault by kobolds. So-
Yeah.
all right. So I will need one of you two, Frog or not Mafia, to roll for the day's travel.
I can do this. one.
Awesome. Okay.
6?
6.
Isn't that what we just did?
Pretty confident. Do.
Yes, that was the exact rule. that-
Exactly what we did.
Yep. 673 2.
Well, roll a d100. See what happens.
48.
48. Okay. And this time I'll need you to roll a d8.
Oh. That's a 5.
Okay. Let me see if I actually have it unlocked first, because I didn't buy everything. Because I am, as they say, le broke bitch.
That's okay.
Same.
I am too.
Where is it? Ah, there it is. Do I have it? Aha! I do. Thank goodness. Okay, cool. Now then, and you rolled a 5?
yes.
I had to make sure I got the right one. Okay, here it is. Perfect. All right. What's your passive perception one more time, Millennia?
14.
14? Okay. I'm going to say on that you would actually detect this, yes. you feel a shift in the winds around you. Um, they sort of begin to pick up and bellow a little bit harder than normal.
Hmm.
Uh, what would you like to do? Would you react to this?
Uh, is there uh is there some sort of different scent on the wind?
Uh, that's a solid question. Uh, Not particularly. No, I would say that there isn't a particular. You do get you just have this preternatural sense that something is wrong.
Okay, I'll alert everyone that something's up, but I'm not sure what.
Okay.
If
So
everybody
just be
would,
prepared.
yeah, if everybody would like, they can all make perception checks.
Okay.
9, let's go.
Hey, 14.
6.
Squarb sees this.
That is cocked on my screen though. That's bullshit.
I know. They do a physics engine on it, so trust me, I know. Um, Squarb, you begin to notice that as the wind begins to pick up, it begins to swirl and coalesce into a mass, almost similar to that of a what's it called? A cloud funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then that's when you begin to notice that this cloud funnel is slowly making its way towards you. Well, you as a group. Um,
Yeah.
what do you make of this?
First off, that's wild. Does that resemble anything that I've researched, like at all, as far as like monsters or anything?
I will give you advantage, and you are going to roll an Arcana check.
You've got it. That is 18.
You recognize this as a slowly manifesting air elemental.
Oh, shit. What direction is that cloud funnel rotating in?
Counterclockwise.
Cool. I'm going to aim the opposite direction of that, and I'm going to use my wind collar to do a burst of wind and just kind of shove it the opposite direction to prevent the cloud funnel from forming.
Ooh, clever. Okay. Um, so this is cast Gust, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you read out Gust to me so that way I understand its mechanics?
Hang on. Where is Gust? Here it is. A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you, and the gust disperses gas or vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area. It will cause protected flames to dance wildly and has a 50% chance of extinguishing them. And then, as a bonus action on each of my turns before the spell ends, I can change the direction in which the line blasts from me.
Fun. Okay, cool. Okay, then I will have to roll this with disadvantage because it is still manifesting its physical form. Okay, so where are my dice? Why can I not roll my own dice on this thing? Lies, slander. I'm calling shenanigans. Here we go. Okay. And okay. I'm gonna say just for like a quick DC, do 10 plus or no, do 8 plus your proficiency
So-
bonus plus your level.
Okay, so you said 10 plus proficiency is 13 plus level.
Yes.
That is 8, so 20 something. 21, I think.
Okay, so I'll have to beat a 21 on a disadvantage. Let's see here. Fuck. That's the low roll. All right, so Scorb, focusing your inherent connection to the plane of air, um, you see this counterclockwise spinning cloud funnel begin to form, and you can almost make you can almost make sense of a shape of what appears to be a face before you call upon the very winds of the desert to push it in the opposite direction. And because of the sheer force of the wind that you are projecting, it is slowly breaking apart the air elemental from fully forming. This is a good opportunity to make your escape should you choose to do so.
No reason to fight it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so easily your Sunhawks make your escape, and they make good time, seeing as it hasn't fully formed, so it can't chase you very well, and you eventually leave its airspace, thus avoiding conflict.
Woo.
Very
Oh,
smart
would've-
use of your racial ability.
That would have been a very difficult encounter for us. I'm glad we were able to avoid it.
Okay, so with that, you guys, if you would like, all of you, you can either try to like eyeball it, or you can do a survival check with your, and you guys will get advantage because you have a map. You guys can roll either or to determine how many more days you have left to travel before you make it to the mountain, to the northern mountain range.
I think we should probably confer with the map.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Either way, you will have it. Either way, you will have advantage. If you guys wish, survival check is the best way to do it. So you will have advantage on it because you have the map.
Hey, 17.
23.
Hey.
Not 20.
Hey!
Woof. Okay, so everybody can calculate the distance. So at the speed at which you guys are going, which is not too difficult on the Sunhawks, and you guys have been able to avoid, or at least subvert, any obstacles along the way. If you continue along the speed at which you're going, you should make it there within about a week.
Cool.
Okay.
And that's including the 2 days of travel. So you have about like another 5 days worth of travel.
All right.
Okay, so, and you know what? I'll even say, because you guys rolled so well on your survival checks, you guys are able to find a location that is optimal for tonight's rest.
Ooh,
Oh, awesome.
that's a lovely reward.
So yes, the natural 20 helps. But also everybody just rolled so exceptionally well. I had to reward you. So here's
Yeah,
what we're going.
compared to how we have been rolling.
so,
And one thing-
so here's what we'll do. You guys will land at an oasis because, thankfully, because you guys rolled so well, you will land at a small oasis. It's not really notated on the map, but you managed to find one. If you wish to make survival checks to save on rations, you can do so. You will have advantage on it. And I will say that the DC is lowered because this is a natural area for vegetation to grow and for life to prosper.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
I got a 16 on my survival check.
I got 11.
I don't have to roll this.
You
That's
don't.
okay.
You don't. I would say the both of you are able to find enough rations for both of you, and you would have at least a day's worth of rations left over.
Excellent.
And then also there's enough tinder and whatnot here. You can reasonably start a fire, so you don't have to worry about rolling to start a fire, not burn the whole oasis down.
Cool.
And then you would also probably take this opportunity to refill your canteens.
Mhm.
So
Always.
Yep. And then the Sunhawks now have something to drink too. Huzzah! Everybody's happy.
Indeed.
If you would like, Scorb, you may once again set up your traps. Since
I would
you-
like to, just in case.
Yep. Since you have already done so before and your training has allowed you, I will lower the DC. But if you would like to modify it in any way, the DC will remain the same, which I haven't given it to you, but just know that is. Basically, it's just depending on what you want to do. Depends on like how intricate the trap is. Depends on like
Yeah.
how I'm going to set the DC and how well you create it.
I don't think there's anything different that's going to be necessary here. Just something to make sure anything big enough to be a threat makes a noise before it catches us with our pants down.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, and then in that case, just go ahead and roll your sleight of hand with advantage.
Yep. That is a 21.
It actually turned out better than the last time.
Excellent. My practice is paying off.
Indeed. So yeah, so you managed to set up a nice little like secure line area for you guys to nestle in and hang out at. So who would like to take the first watch? Or if you guys would like, you can all instead, given how secure this site is, you can choose to forego a watch and just leave and let the traps try to trigger anything that may happen. In which case, I will roll
Foregoing a
on a
watch is always a bad idea.
yeah. Yeah, in which case I would still roll on the random encounters table, but I would have to be going off of everybody's passive perceptions instead of somebody's active perception.
Yeah, Squarb will stay awake for at least one watch.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
go first watch.
Okay. Violet will just go passive.
Good. Violet will go
I would-
catatonic.
Yeah, if Millennia wants to do the first watch, Squarb's gonna go pass out too.
Okay.
Wonderful. Millennia, please roll me a perception check.
21.
Ooh, nice. On a 21, let me just roll on my... Okay. So on a 21, as the night begins to go over, the chill is a little bit more because you're next to the water, so it's a lot cooler here. But I would say that given your rugged disposition, this is nothing new to you. You've faced a
Yeah.
lot worse in your past.
This is like a basic training day.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I will say though, with a 21, you do hear the sound of sand shifting ever slightly, coming from your right hand side. So that would be to your east.
Okay. I will get up and go check it out.
Okay. Just for environment purposes, I will state that your fire is still going.
Okay.
So, but the Sunhawks are resting as well as your companions.
Okay.
So you do have light that extends out to 120 feet.
All right.
Okay. So as you make your approach, you hear the shifting of the sands change very slightly. Do you have dark vision? I do not recall.
I do.
You do. Okay.
I also have blind sight.
You're right. That's only within 10 feet?
10 feet. Dark vision 60 feet.
Perfect. Okay. So, given the ambient light of your campfire, you're able to make out some shapes out in the distance. They appear to be humanoid. And there appears to be 3 of them.
I am. Does that? Bleh. Are they roughly where the sound was coming from?
That's about where you can gauge based on all clues that you have that I've been able to provide for you. This is about where you believe the sound is coming from. It's from those people.
Okay. Do they look like they're approaching, or are they just waiting?
It seems as though they are. A good way to describe it is that they're casing. They're
I see.
skirting of the very edge. don't-
I'm just gonna watch them.
Okay.
For
Throw
right
some,
now.
they'll go away.
Yeah. I'm just gonna watch them.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll something here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Always fun.
Always good. Always good. Always good. At least I'm being candid with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
Let me roll on the you're fucked table.
No, that's a different table. We have that on the wall. I have it plastered and laminated.
What if we Kamedoned against the you're fucked table?
Then you have to roll initiative. Whoever Kamedons me has to roll initiative, and we will engage in a.
There's no way to say it without sounding homoerotic.
That's true. We will engage in face battle.
Huh?
Oh,
I'll tell you after the stream.
yeah.
It's definitely
Anywho,
yeah. Okay, so as you continue to watch over them, are you presenting yourself in any way? Are you at ease? Are you like at a battle ready stance? Basically,
Uh,
I'm asking you how you present yourself, so that way I can determine the actions of these three.
my arms are crossed, and I'm just kind of it's more of a I know you're there sort of thing.
Gotcha. Okay, then let me re-roll this then, because it's a different roll. Okay. Okay. It seems that one of the figures, who's again, they're just at the very edge. Their silhouette is all you can make out, even amidst the
Right.
moonlight. One of the figures does a hand gesture and motion, and the other two just nod their heads before they leave.
Interesting.
They seem to be going away from your camp.
Okay.
Would you
Uh,
what would you like to do?
I'll make a note of it and pass it off to whoever takes next watch.
Okay. Okay, then we gotta change some things around. Okay.
I'm not gonna chase after him or anything. That would be stupid.
yeah.
What are the odds that this could end in my death?
Let's
All right.
go
Pretty
for character
high.
number 3.
Yep. All right. So, who would you like to
Oh,
awaken?
jeez.
Who would you like to awaken for the second watch of the night, which would be the last watch for this night?
I'll do Square.
My turn again.
Yep.
All right. Anything to note?
Yep. There were
Oh,
3
hell.
figures. Yeah. They just kind of looked like they were surveying us, and I made it known that I see them, and then they just kind of fucked off. So,
Well, come
and then
back.
I point in the general direction that they were.
They're probably not going to come back from that direction, so I'll keep an
Yeah.
eye out.
Alrighty.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Scorb, given that information, is there anything different that you do for the watch?
If my traps aren't already arranged to cover where I think they're most likely going to come in, I'm going to double check and make sure that they are.
Oh, yeah, that's simple enough. That's just something you can just do.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I'm a desert bandit or something along those lines, and I get seen coming from one direction, I'm probably not coming back in that direction. So if they're gonna come to us, they're gonna circle around and come in from another direction.
That's the detective speaking, and I like it.
But yeah, no. Other than that, I guess just try to be a little bit more alert. If the party has coffee, I'll have some, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say your rations covers everything from like coffee to like things that would be appropriate for desert fare. You know what I mean? Like dried
Yeah.
fruits, hard, like grain that obviously would last a little bit better and can taste okay with sand in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
so
also
Squark makes a pot of coffee
literally
and has some, and that's about the extent of the additional he's doing.
okay.
we also never have to worry about water.
Yeah, you'll also never have to worry about water, but like you guys are at an oasis, so you've never had a
Yeah.
need to worry about the decanter of endless water. But it is a good thing to have in a desert setting. So,
It really is.
like, I'm surprised we made it this far. But you guys have also.
I mean, I technically have my thing that gives at least a gallon of water as well.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. No, water just hasn't been much of an issue for us.
It's not
Yeah.
been something we've been keeping track of.
Well, to be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah.
most of the time you've been spent in a literal city that is plentiful. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
or dare I remind you, another dimension.
Yeah. No, it's
fair.
fine.
Yeah, but no, I'm glad we're doing this. I've been wanting to explore the deserts of Abucanasta with you guys for a long time, so this is a great opportunity to do it. Yeah, go ahead and just roll me another perception check, Scorb.
Cool. Hey, that's an 11.
Okay, on an 11, let me just roll on here. Okay, so on an 11, I'm going to say that Scorb, your intuition was correct. you hear one of your traps or one of your alarms go off. So they came from the east, right?
Hmm.
So you shifted your traps. So I assume you had enough laid away to set up in the other three directions, and you were just watching
Yeah.
from the east.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. In that case, this is coming from the north, so the direction that you are already heading.
Cool. The second I hear that trap go off, for lack of better phrasing, just bark out "Oi!" as a way to like awaken the rest of the party
Oh, okay.
and take off towards the trap.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I would say that you are within perfect movement speed. Like you don't have to like you set the traps up near enough where you can reasonably like jump into action at a moment's notice. So 30
Yeah.
feet is a pretty good indication. So yeah, so you jump into action, and I'm going to ask, weapons drawn, or you're gonna do this
No, not weapons
diplomatic?
drawn. If I can scare them off, I'd much rather do that.
Okay, perfect. So as you blitz out, and and you make your way north, you come across your trap and you see that there is a rather large lizard caught in your rope trap.
Huh.
Oh, it's a friend.
Yeah, this lizard is colored in. It's a little bit hard to tell in the darkness of the moon, or in the light of the moon. But you can make out bright shades of red and orange, and you'll note that there appears to be these bands of white and black along its legs that kind of like go like right near the elbow, or like where your forearm would be on legs for lizards. That's where the
Mhm.
bands are.
Okay. Uh, is it like a bipedal lizard, like a smart lizard, or is it just like a desert critter?
It seems to be a quadruped. It
Okay.
seems to be caught as a quadruped,
Cool. So it's just like a desert critter then.
as far as you can tell. Yeah.
I'm gonna approach and try to calm it down.
Okay. How do you do so before I just flat out say animal handling?
He's gonna like arms wide be like, hey, hold up. Let's go ahead and get you out of this. Like just kind of get down on its level and approach slowly.
Okay. Then in that case, yeah, it's still an animal handling,
Yeah,
but if you would like, you can add, if you have it, you can add your charisma modifier onto it because I believe animal handling is wisdom based.
it is. So with my charisma modifier, that is a 7.
Okay. Um, it's in a panicked state and it sees a creature much larger than it approaching while it is
Yeah.
ensnared. It is lashing out as a way of protecting itself under fear.
That's
Now, mind you, this thing's the size of like a dog. Like this lizard, it's a pretty big lizard, but
Yeah.
but it's like maybe no bigger than like a corgi. It's like a corgi sized dog, or
I
but
Want
but
mean,
but as a lizard.
I want it.
I did call to wake you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are awoken.
Aw, poor buddy. I'll come up and try to help.
Okay. Is there a special way you want to approach this, or do you just want to roll animal handling and pray?
It's soothing talk mostly. Just hey, we're here. You're fine. We're just gonna get you out of here. You can go on your way.
Okay. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
Yep. +1 as well. That's a 9.
You're even bigger than Squarp.
Yep.
so
Yep.
so what it looks like now is that uh it looks like one of its legs and its tail is caught in the trap, and as it's panicking to get out and away from you, it is slowly dragging the tether with it. But it's unable to gain footing.
I'll just
I'll
cut
ju-
it free and reset the trap.
yeah. Let's just get in there and get it done.
Okay. So you guys cleanly cut your trap. And then as you do so, you see that that the rope slacks and it begins to sort of like thump skitter, because like I said, it's the size of a corgi. It sort of like thump skitters away, but as it does so, the trappings that it was in begins to undo itself, and inevitably it just falls off. It's about maybe 30 feet out, the remainder of your trap, where it leaves it before it runs away.
Cool. I can go and get that and reset that real quick.
Poor
Okay.
buddy.
While I go out to
Hopefully
retrieve
that
the
wasn't a
remains of my
familiar
trap,
or
is there
anything.
anything else that like do I see anything else in the sands?
Nope, just the desert trail that's left behind the corgi lizard,
Okay.
which is definitely an avatar animal that I'm making now. Oh, what's that? It's a lizard corgi. A what?
Well, I'll get back and reset the trap. Sorry for waking you up for that.
Ah, you're fine. I got to see a cute animal. Go back to sleep.
I just realized what I basically described was like a miniature Komodo dragon.
Yes,
Like-
and I love it.
Like I
Or like
described
a
the,
really big iguana.
or yeah, or like the equivalent of like a desert iguana. Like this thing is fucking like I realized just how big a corgi is, and then I'm like, wait,
For a lizard?
for a lizard, something to live that, something to be that big and survive in a desert, is eating something. Like
Mm-hmm.
It might just be eating sand for all we know.
you know what? We'll never know.
We won't, because we'll never see them again.
Never underestimate the nutritional value of rocks.
They have the minerals.
True.
They've got minerals, yeah.
They got all the minerals.
Now with 200% more minerals.
Get your daily dose of iron from iron ore.
Get your magnesium from magnesium.
You want those pills? Nay, go directly to the source.
Drink straight iodine.
Sulfur, sulfur, sulfur.
The rest of the night go okay?
Yes, the rest of the night ends amicably. There's nothing there.
Cool.
All right, so
I get my wind color back.
yes. All right, so Violet, if you would kindly roll for the third day of travel.
Yep. Straight D20.
We get a third 6.
Watch it happen.
That's a
Nah.
2.
Okay.
Not
Okay,
a 6.
A 2. Okay, much better.
Okay. Really?
We'll see.
Okay. Okay, so Violet, roll a perception check.
Got it.
The anxiety is palpable.
8.
You think
Also,
for a
no
moment-
way that's what I rolled. I rolled a 16. You physics engine.
You think for a moment that you see something glint in the desert sand. But then you realize there's a lot of things in the desert sand that might be glinting. So you don't bother to investigate it. That's it.
Okay.
You see a sparkle in the sand below. Deciding it's a threat, you choose to move on.
Well, then you realize there's a bunch of sparkles in the sand, and that might just be because there's probably glass reflecting in the sand.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
That was it.
Well, that was today's random event.
Nice.
So who wants to roll for survival to find cover?
I suppose we all will.
Yes.
Hey, 12.
Fuck me. 9.
That's not my job.
Well,
I want to roll above a 10 for
I mean-
once.
I mean, those kobolds experienced what rolling above a 10 was like.
Yeah, combat is the one thing I can roll well on.
That's fair. Violet, did you roll a survival?
Survival? Oh, sorry. I
No,
did not.
You're good. You're good.
16.
Hey!
You're carrying us.
And today we're going to talk about backpacks and why we love them. Oh, I love being carried.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. Being the bigger guy, I love being carried.
Yeah, no, Singed used to be my main.
Um Okay, so yeah, you guys are able to find comparable cover. It's no oasis, but a rocky outcropping that seems to at least provide you shade from the sun, and it will at least provide you cover from the desert winds in one direction.
Give me an hour, I can manufacture an oasis.
That would be really bad for the environment.
It would be, but imagine. um, but yeah, no. So you guys are able to find like this nice outcropping. It's like this large sloping rock outcropping, right? That kind of like, that kind of curves up and over, sort of like how pillars connect immediately into an awning, right? Kind of has that without the ceiling above it.
Is he?
But there's enough there where the shading protects you from the sun as you prepare for camp, and it will protect you from the desert winds that blow from the southeast direction.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you want, you guys can again roll survival for if you want to hunt for food, or if you just want to go without, that's totally fine too. If there's anything else you want to do besides obviously set up traps for the preparatory defenses, please plead your case.
Nah, I've got nothing additional I want to do. I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and search around for some food.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you
can I still get advantage on that because of scent?
uh, I would say
It's okay to say no to me.
I'm gonna say no, because like it's getting a little bit more difficult the deeper in the desert you go.
Okay.
I do not find any food, so I do not mind just eating a ration.
I got an 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you weren't able to find enough to scrape for what would be equivalent to like a hearty meal.
Okie dokie.
You got like a snack. You found one lizard.
We'll cook it during watch.
Yeah.
Crunchy lizards.
Hey man, if Spirited Away is anything to go by, fried salamanders go for a lot.
I mean, yes, in this market, in this economy, yes.
Even just the tail.
Even just the tail. All right, so who will take the first watch?
I can take watch again.
Wonderful. There's 3 of you, so it's just a rotation at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm also excited that it's these 3 who are doing it, because like I imagine what
Oh
what
fuck.
Visper and
Oh no.
and Ember would do, and it's
Oh, no.
and it's hysterical, and I love it.
So I did roll a 4 on my perception here.
Good.
Good
Good job. You're really doing it.
we're making it happen, y'all. Also, Emerald, thank you so much for the hydrate. We'll take those. And okay, so with a 4, I'm gonna roll this real fast.
You get some
All
sand
seems
in your
well.
eyes.
Oh, crap.
Everything's fine, actually.
My apologies. I have to go flip my my dinner. I'll be with you just a moment.
Okay.
Everything's normal, Captain.
No issues, not at all.
That pendulum's really making itself known tonight.
It really is, but I'm enjoying
Yeah.
it very much. I like having a lot more variety in our roles than being more consistent.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just more fun. Like I also just really appreciate how we've all come to be like a lot more in tune with things our characters would do and are more like clever in using their abilities. I think that's just so fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Definitely.
What?
I think hold on. Everybody can hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, and then I can hear all of you. Okay, good. When I came back, there was just a lot of static coming out of my headset.
Oh.
Oh,
Most.
I
might have been a thing with the folder.
What was that?
Was that? Oh, I said if you'd like set it down and it got bumped or something, maybe like something just got bumped.
Maybe it might also
Yeah,
be
the
because
cord
it was.
maybe.
I think it might also be because it was sitting on top of the mic cord, which might have been
Oh
causing
yeah,
some
that'll do it.
dissonance. Yeah, so I think that was it.
Yep, that'll do it.
Well, no harm, no foul. Everything's good. We are okay. Everything is okay. So,
Awesome.
so on a 4, uh, right, I didn't roll this. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
On a 4, nothing goes wrong. Ever.
What's your armor class, Violet?
Ruh-roh.
15.
15. Okay. If I were to position you on a map in this camp
Mm-hmm.
with the
Right.
southeast facing rock that's protecting you from that angle, you have a 120-foot light source centered on the campfire.
Okay.
Where would you be sitting directionally from that campfire?
I'll say I'm probably facing like kind of directly away from the rock.
Okay, so like parallel to, or like directly facing the rock
Like
in a way.
back towards it.
Like yeah, like
Like your back is to the rock.
yeah.
Okay, so you are in the southeast direction. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Coming from the west position of the campfire, um, just barely skimming past you, a spear embeds itself into the sand.
Fucking rude.
Shit.
uh, what do you do in this instance?
I'll get up
Okay.
and approach towards the area where where that spear came from, presumably.
Okay. As you do so again, so as you get up. Okay. I really should have pulled up the stats on this weapon. It's okay. It's quick. It's quick to find. Go ahead and take 6 piercing damage as another spear manages to lodge itself into your abdomen.
Owie.
Oh, jeez.
That's probably not quiet.
No, it's not quite at all.
No.
You see coming just at the very edge of the firelight. You see a small contingent of what looks to be vagabonds. And they are equipped. They are equipped with what appears to be like a small like quiver of spears, and some of them wield shields and scimitars.
They're all relatively close to each other.
They're approximately somewhere between 5 and 10 feet apart from each other. Yes, but they are approaching as a band of they are approaching as a unit of people. I would say there appears to be about 5 of them.
Okay. I'm gonna cast fear, and can it hit all of them?
How large is Sphere's radius?
30-foot cone.
30-foot cone.
Yes, in front of me.
Coming from you. That'd be... Yeah, I'd say you could probably hit. What's the range? Like, how far can the cone go out?
30 feet.
So it's a flat. Okay, I see. So
Yeah.
30 feet from you, creating a cone based
Yeah.
on the cone shape. I would say you would, the way it's angled and the speed at which they're approaching, you might miss one.
Okay.
but you'll get the majority of them from what you can see. Yes.
Fuck off.
Uh,
Violet is backlit by the campfire. She has a spear just like sticking out of her, and she's like walking completely normally, approaching them as she casts fear.
Okay. Let me see. 30-foot
So
cones.
DC 14 from all of them.
Shit. All right. Cool. Give me a sec. I gotta recheck their wisdom. Oh, that makes sense. They're vagabonds. They really don't. All right, cool. Oh, okay, that works out for them. Okay, cool. Out of the five, you did miss one. But out of the four that you were able to hit, three of them failed. So
Awesome.
so they are paralyzed in fear.
Yeah, well, technically, according to Fear Spell, they
I-
must run away. They
yes,
must take dash action.
I am aware. They,
Okay.
but no, they appear to be paralyzed in fear at this moment. Of you.
Great. Okay.
What would you like to do about the remaining two?
I will. I will pull out the spear from my abdomen that they used to attack me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna turn it into my packed weapon.
Cute.
And I'm going to fucking point it at them and say, just once again, the only words I've said to them: "Fuck off."
Fuck off. Okay. I'll have you roll an intimidation with advantage.
What's 9?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
This is Violet's thing.
I mean-
I haven't been able to show off her intimidation
I know,
a
right?
ton.
That's why I
but,
wanted
Do you
to
want
do
to take
this.
an advantage and do it again?
Okay, let me roll here. And then we're gonna roll for this guy specifically.
Oh wait, no, you had advantage. Oh, that's with. Oh shit, that's
That was
20. Okay.
with advantage. Yeah.
Okay, my brain did not process the information properly. I apologize.
Yeah, with a +9 to intimidation is still intimidating by itself.
Right?
Hold
Shit,
on.
my highest bonus is a +5, and that's to acrobatics.
Yeah. You guys have been able to like talk your way out of a lot of situations, but like when you need a fear factor, just call your local corpse.
Yep.
And okay, cool. With a 24 and they failed their wisdom saving throw for that. You see that the one who was calling out to, or at least what appeared to be the guy who was calling out for the spear chuckers to attack, he makes out a call that you can't quite make out. It's in a language you don't speak. But they do make a motion to retreat.
Great. I'm gonna go back to the camp, just like stick the spear in the ground and go back to sitting against the rock.
Fair enough. Who do you wake up for your change of guard?
I did score last time, so Millennia.
I was gonna laugh if it was Scorp again. I'm like, man, you're really going for it, huh?
Wouldn't have minded, honestly.
Scorb gets second watch every time.
Wouldn't have minded.
Did anything happen?
You will.
Some fucking vagabonds came by. They're gone.
Oh, all right.
You will note that there's a spear just next to her, and then there's a hole in her clothes where the spear had punctured her.
Nice.
There's also a second spear, but like we don't talk about that one. That's the one that missed.
All
So-
right.
Everyone's just a little bit badass.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Undead are badass. Alrighty. Was there anything you would like to do in preparation for your watch, Millennia?
Nah.
Or... All right. So then go ahead and just roll me that D20 perception.
That's an 8.
We are rocking it. Just roll this real fast.
The dice know I'm sick.
This is such filler episode vibes too, and I'm here for it.
I know, right? It's just like we're just doing like episodics, just like very micro episodics.
Yeah.
Which is great because we need. I want to save the big stuff for when all 5 of you guys are here. So
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta
so-
save the lore reveals.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so with this Frog, what's your armor class?
16.
16. Okay. So we're gonna roll. Okay.
We're a relatively low armor class party.
To be
That's
fair,
why I
you,
wanted the
you-
gauntlets of defense, but
well, to be fair, you make up for it in sheer burst potential. So
yeah.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean, yeah, the greatest offense, the greatest defense.
yeah. Why carry the shield when you can carry the spear?
I am the shield.
I am the shield. Okay. Since you are not raging, you'll be taking the full damage. So, you might be raging after this, though. There it is. Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, how cute.
as you feel a rock smack you across your head.
I just let out a sigh and slowly stand up. Who is the fucker?
I swear to God, they really. I swear to God, I'm
Just
modifying the
intimidate.
I'm modifying the damage on this thing because that's so piss poor damage for how useful this tool is. Like that's ridiculously low. Like they undersold this weapon realistically.
The sling staff?
Just the sling.
No, that's fair, dude. Slings are nasty. Sling staves can actually like penetrate like thin layers of metal pretty easy.
Dude, slings themselves were hunting devices. Do you realize how much force goes behind a hunting device that you have to like
Oh yeah.
like a D4 does not a D4 will hurt, don't get me wrong. Like it's still 4 points of damage no matter how you slice and dice it, but like bro, that thing should be scaling with your strength. Like these things should be like, "Hey, this is going to hurt and I'm going to prove to you why." And if that bullet isn't stuck in a rock wall, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
If the ammo doesn't shatter on impact, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I'm upping the damage. Fuck this.
Yeah,
Not-
it's like it's a. I would say it's probably like a D6 or
It's a
D8.
D8 minimum because there's
D8
no.
plus strength.
Yeah,
Having a strength ranged option is actually really cool.
that's all thrown weapons.
Yeah, that's why I like composite bows.
Yeah, no, but that's all. Like literally, all thrown weapons don't go off of dexterity; they go off of your strength. Nobody knows.
Oh yeah.
Nobody talks about it, but it's a real thing. So if you want to use your strength
is.
modifier, if you want to use throwing axes and stuff like that, yeah, go ahead. They go off your strength modifier, not your dexterity. People misinterpret that all ranged weapons are dexterity based. No.
Yeah, I mean the one thing with that is now you have to keep track of how many daggers and
Depends on the DM.
throwing axes you have. Yeah.
Depends on the DM and the kind of party or and the card and the kind of campaign you're running.
Setting.
For
Yeah.
depends on your setting. Like for me, I will make you keep track of it, but like I also make it reasonable. Like you shouldn't be carrying more than 10 anyways.
Yeah.
Like why are you carrying 100 spears? Why? How are you carrying 100 spears with all the rest of the
Right?
stuff that you're carrying on your back?
Average Baldur's Gate character.
Yeah. What do you have there?
Average
A box.
black.
Yeah. What do you have there? A box. What's the box for? For my boxes. Well, what do they have? Dead people.
Oh yeah, for necromancer party, hell yeah.
Yep. Anyways, so okay, so yeah, so you go. So what did you say again?
Who's the fucker?
Okay. Um, as you say that, you hear with your passive perception. What is it again?
14.
Oh yeah, that's good enough. You hear the whistling of the wind as a veritable hailstorm of stones begin to fly at you. I'm not gonna make you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you roll a dexterity saving throw because there's
Okay.
enough of them where it's actually a shrapnel sort of deal.
I see.
You're no longer surprised though. If that, I mean, you
Hey.
weren't surprised anyways, but like, you know,
Yeah, no. 18.
18. All right, so you'll be taking half damage.
Okay. I'd also
Uh,
like to rage.
You will do so at the end of this.
Okay.
Okay, and then also, would you like to wake up your party?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Violet, you pissed some people off.
They're
And okay,
back.
A
so
lot of them.
Donk.
so using the new modified sling because I think the sling deserves better. You'll be taking. Oh wow. Hey, you know what? I'm not rolling bad. Not like
Oh,
it
no.
matters against a 100 hit point barbarian, but
Yep.
let's see. And then it said half damage because you dodged. Wait, don't you have a thing for area damage?
Hold on.
I know it's a rogue thing, but I'm pretty sure you have the same thing. For barbarians.
Not if you've multi-classed.
I
don't
I don't think
know-
you're that high enough
I
level.
don't. Yeah, I don't know the level for the barbarian. I don't remember it offhand. So
I'm not seeing it. I don't have danger sense or whatever it is.
all right, cool. That would have sucked if it was a rogue.
Oh, I do have danger sense. I have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Oh, you have advantage?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Fuck it. Roll it. See if you get a crit. It'll be funny.
No, that was a 4.
Well, you're still taking half. Okay, and okay, so that's one. Stay. Like that. You know, even at half damage, that's still 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus
There we go.
Christ.
Now we're
There,
talking about
there,
it.
there was like I said, a veritable hailstorm of sling bullets being chucked at you. They didn't want to miss, but also given the direction that they were slinging from and the fact that you are facing. Actually, I never got your direction, so I actually might avoid your teammates. What direction were you at in terms of the campfire? Knowing that southeast is where the rock is.
Southeast. So I was probably facing straight west.
So that would be if you were facing straight west. I'll put you. So wait, so that would mean your back would be to east.
Yes.
So then, if I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna say potential. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going
Okay.
to have Violet and Scorp roll D100s for me. If they roll
Oh.
higher than 51, they take hits. This is where your low rolls should come in handy.
40.
99.
No!
Well, Violet's definitely waking up and taking hits. Okay, so then Violet. But see, here's the thing, because I assume Violet is prone. I assume when you go catatonic, you lay down, or do you sit upright?
Yeah.
Okay, you lay down. Okay, then you will
Yeah.
also only be taking. What did I say was the name? 26.
Yeah.
26 bludgeoning damage. You'll be taking the half.
Okay, so 13.
No. That was the half. Was 26.
Got it.
Like I said,
See,
hailstorm.
I'm much squishier.
Yeah,
than,
like I said,
than
hailstorm.
The barb.
Yeah. And then Squarb, you will only be taking 13.
Okay.
You are all awoken, by the way. And then also, Melina, you will be raging. And
Yep.
it is at this time that you will all roll initiative.
11.
19, baby.
15.
Okay, good. I can still. Good. It's saved. It's saved. Let me see here. Oh no, I got rid of the page with the monsters. Dang it. Oh, I gotta pull them up again. Hold up. Let's see. Okay, cool. So there's that. And then we'll do. Okay, good. So, whew. Good thing I remembered what they were called. This would have been a whole different story. And then do this. Actually. Yeah, that's what the encounter says. That's what I rolled. So I guess that is that many. Okay, I guess it is this many. 2, 4, 6. 2, 3. Yep. Okay. Cool. That checks out. Let this update real fast. I'm using the encounter builder, so it kind of makes it easier for me to keep track. Violet, what'd you roll?
19.
19. Scorp
I rolled 11.
and Millennium.
15.
Okay, so we'll just do this. That was their surprise round, so we're gonna go in initiative order now. Starting with another. You hear in. Actually, hold on. Who speaks Goblinoid again? I think you all do.
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
You all speak Goblin. Cool. You hear in Goblin, fire again, and another hailstorm of stones are coming your way. Everybody roll dexterity saving throws. Remember, Millennia, you have advantage.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
God for
no.
advantage.
Oh, shit.
Oh dear.
7.
7.
16.
Okay. Violet, what'd you get?
Violet.
9? I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Maybe. Okay. Let's start rolling dice. And
Is Violet within 5 feet of me?
yes.
Okay. She's already looking pretty beat up, right?
Yeah.
I would say your
I'd
I
like-
would say your dazed state. You can figure that out. Yeah.
I would like to go ahead and use a warding maneuver to increase her Oh wait, no, that increases her AC. That's not going to help, is it?
Nope. This is a
Nope.
save or suck thing.
Never mind.
Good intentions. Oh, that's a 7, not a 1. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's.
DM, are you sure that damage increase was a good idea?
Yes. I stand by my I stand by my decisions. Now I almost lost track. Okay, so that's 9 plus. Okay, and then 2 more. Okay, I rolled relatively low.
That's good.
Relatively. I don't know. I don't know what how many hit points Violet's at, but I hope it's
I'll tell you, not many.
okay because that was 15 is what I rolled. So Millennia dodges, so that would be 7.
Divided by 2 again because I'm raging.
Fuck. So that's 3. So Millennia takes 3 bludgeoning damage. Squorb, you failed, so you'll be taking. How did I lose the number that I just said?
15.
15. So Squorb will be taking 15 bludgeoning damage, and then Violet will be taking 15 bludgeoning damage.
So let me tell you something. I'm down.
Oh, no.
What?
Yep.
Oh.
I only have 45 hit points.
Oh my! I apologize.
Yeah, I normally have more because I get a D10 plus 6 in
Right,
temp
because you're
HP.
temp HP. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well
but
that was
I didn't have the chance.
Okay, well that was this creature's whole turn. Violet, you are immediately next, so go ahead and roll your death saving throw.
See, death. Do we do con saves or just straight d20s?
They're straight d20s.
Death. Okay. Well, I have advantage on death saves because I'm undead.
Yes.
For simplicity, I'm going to roll a uh roll a religion check and count that as my death save because I have a +0 in that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll just be a flat die.
Okay, that works.
But oh fuck me. Okay.
Okay, so 7 is still a
Down.
failure.
Yep.
Okay. Immediately next would be Millennia.
Would it be a bonus action to give him a potion of healing?
Yes.
Nope. Wait,
Oh no,
isn't
no,
it action
no,
to give someone
no,
else?
It's action to give somebody
Yeah.
else. It's a bonus action to chug
Don't-
yourself.
Don't worry about it, Melania. I'm gonna go ahead, like on my turn, I'm gonna use help to get Violet up because she's right there.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I, trusting Scorb, will rush out.
Okay, cool. They are. What is your move? 40 feet? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it
Yeah.
is.
Fucking barbarians. Okay. They're not as ridiculous as monks, but goddamn it. Okay, so as you go rushing out, you reach the very edge of your base movement
Yep.
before you come face to face with a small party of desert hobgoblins. Each of them
Cool.
are fitted. Each of them are fitted in desert armor, and they appear to be equipped with spears, shields, and enough slings to cause that storm.
I see.
I will say, because it is a night, but you do have some light with you. If you want to make a perception check right now, it will not go against your action economy, but this will give you the ability to assess your situation a little bit better.
All right. 16.
16. On a 16, you can note just past the silhouettes of the hobgoblins, there appears to be another group approaching.
Okay. I'll yell out back to Scorb and Violet if she can hear her. There's one squad, another squad's coming. And then how many can I get in a 30-foot cone?
They're scattered enough where the reason why the hailstorm works so effectively. You'd have to position yourself in such a way. You'd have to basically dash to move in a position where you can get all 8 of these people. But right now you can get a solid 2.
No. I'll just. Can I just make melee attacks?
Absolutely.
Am I close enough?
You're
All
close
right.
enough to make a melee attack against one of them. Yes.
All right. I will do that.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm raging, so.
Yes. Would you like to? You also have reckless, I believe.
I do.
Yes.
Also, I have the better version of reckless, which is fighting spirit.
Yes, you do. Also, do note. I forgot to because I rolled a lot of damage for you.
Yeah.
Please go ahead
yeah.
and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Oh boy, that's a 4.
Oh dear.
Roll that d8,
No,
baby.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, roll that d8, baby.
It's a good thing. Don't worry. That's a 3.
Awesome. Your mental
no.
your mental state is tunnel vision. You focus solely on the enemy before you. You have advantage on attack rolls made against the target creature you who brought you to this point, which since you don't have one in particular, it's just the one you're going to strike.
Okay.
You suffer a -2 to your AC against any attacks not made by the target creature.
Oh, okay.
So just for now, just say you have a -2 to your AC, but you have advantage on your attack rolls.
Okay.
So you don't even have to burn your fighting spirit.
Okay. Then come on.
Bap.
Advantage roll.
This poor guy
First
is about
attack.
to get
Oh god,
mollywopped.
28 to hit. That's 2 19s. That's a 28 to hit.
That will definitely hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, so baseline 16. And then 5 lightning damage on top of that.
Okay, so that is 21.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
Just clean decapitation.
Just you see the crackle of lightning streak in the shadows as just a head flies through the night sky cleanly. So yeah, that guy is Gonzo. You okay, so that was your attack, your movement, you burned it all, so and you raged at the start of your turn. Okay, cool. Alright, so that will be your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Moving on to my next hobgoblin. Seeing as they just saw their friend just get decapitated, they are all primed and ready to strike at you. I misspoke. I apologize. I don't have spears. They have swords, shields, and swords. My bad. Still the
Oh,
same
this'll be fun.
damage. Yeah, still the same damage, but it'll be a thing. Okay, so I am going to say given the nature of this group, they are going to swarm you since you are the one who is cleanly in their vision.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, so based on that, I'm gonna move them as a group because there's a lot of them.
Does my target move when I kill it, by the way?
Actually,
Or does that effect just end?
I'm gonna say roll a wisdom saving throw to see if you still maintain that state because you technically killed the target of your tunnel vision.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 4.
So no. All right. So then,
Okay.
in that case, since you're still in that case, I'm gonna say roll a d4, because you were already in the negative. So
Right.
instead of a d8, you roll a d4.
2.
2. That's apt. You entered a killer's high. Killing has never felt so good. Whenever you kill or knock a creature unconscious, you can reroll on this table, and on a result of a 1, you immediately change to the mental state. Otherwise, you remain in this mental state. So every time you kill a creature or knock them unconscious, you will always roll you'll always re-roll a d8 on this table. But
Alright.
you cannot change state until the combat is ended unless it's a 1.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. Nothing. You have
So
no
my
good
AC
or
is
bad.
back to 16 then.
Your AC is back to 16. Yes.
All right, good.
All right, cool.
Just in time.
Just in time. Yeah. Okay. So this guy's going to swing with his long sword. Let's see here. Can I hit a 16 on a natural 20?
Oh.
So yeah, that's gonna hit. Okay. So that's going to be just a basic long sword. Yes, because he's building a shield, so it's a basic longsword. He doesn't get the D10, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna just do this real fast. Oh, that's not a D8. That's a 6. Okay, so it's an 8 plus whatever he rolls because he critted. Okay, so that's 8, and you're raging, so this is gonna be halved.
Yep.
So 8 plus 6 is 14 plus take 8 slashing damage. That is halved.
Alrighty.
Okay, and then that's gonna be that one. Immediately following up, his buddy is going to get into position to flank you, and he's going to be rolling with advantage, which is great because he
I'm
needed
having
it.
a fun time.
Hey, this is your job, all right. This is your
I know.
job. You said 16 AC, right?
Yep.
This guy whiffs on his advantage roll.
Nice.
Okay, so then hobgoblin number 3 rushes in to gather advantage as well. Wow! This guy also whiffs? Okay, cool. So you were just surrounded on all sides by hobgoblins now.
Ooh.
That guy, however, will crit. Okay, so cool. For the 2 misses, I got another crit. Okay, so 8 plus. Wow, same. Okay, so but you're taking half, so another 7 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty.
So so you're surrounded by hobgoblins.
Almost half health.
Fair. To be fair, 2 of them whiffed.
Yep.
Scorb, it's your go.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and rush over to Violet and use the help action to bring her back up at 1 HP.
Perfect. Violet, go ahead and change your hit points to 1 HP. You are prone but alive.
Now, that's the Baldur's Gate ruling. Is that what we're going with?
I mean,
Is there a different ruling?
I mean, there's never been a reason why we haven't done anything differently, but here's the thing, no matter what, you're prone. Like, that's the thing.
Yes.
The help action is used to provide assistance in any way, including it's in the help action ruling, including bringing somebody back from death saving states.
Does that bring them back to 0
It,
or
it puts them to 1.
Really?
Yeah, because 0 puts you into the death saving state.
Yeah, anytime you go to 0 or below hit points, you enter into an incapacitated state, which means
Well,
that
I mean, does it stabilize? I thought it
Yes.
would have just
Yeah.
stabilized at 0
no. You
instead
stabilize
of
at
stabilized
1.
at 1.
No, you stabilize at 1 because 0 is death saving.
Okay. And does that mean I'm reconscious or am I still unconscious?
You are conscious. When you hit 0, you fall unconscious unless there's another effect that causes an unconscious state.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is how I've always played. So
I mean,
Like if you ever played
I've
Far Cry 3 and you had and you get downed and like one of the NPCs picks you up, it's just like they grab your arm and like, you've got this, Jason. Like that.
I've always played it with medicine checks are how you do how
there
you get someone,
so
how you
there
stabilize someone.
so you can use a healer's kit to give yourself to as long as you are proficient in a healer's kit and you do the medicine check, that will help you stabilize. Or you give somebody a potion of healing, or you provide them with some sort of healing. It will stabilize. Like, no matter what, it's stabilizing, but the medicine check is only if you had a medicine kit, and somebody was
Oh.
proficient in that kit. But since nobody on this team is doing that, and nobody carried a medicine kit, it's a moot point. So you can use the help action
Huh.
to do this instead.
I guess I misunderstood that rule.
Yeah, it's a rule that doesn't come up very often, unless you're playing hardcore gritty campaign settings.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do because I mean, the farthest I go is keep track of your ammo
Yeah.
and your rations, but that's about it.
Anywho, with Violet up, I'm gonna go ahead and rush after Millennia with the rest of my movement,
Okay.
and then like, where does that put me with that?
You would be 10 feet because it will be between you and Millennia, but you are giving Millennia advantage on one of the hobgoblins. You
Cool.
because you guys are traveling because you guys are going from east to west.
Cool. I don't think there's anything else that I can do because help was my action,
That
and
was
then
your
that's my
action,
movement.
and then that was your movement, and yeah, that'll do it for you.
I don't think I have any bonus actions I want to take.
Remind you, you do have that challenge ability.
Let me double check that. Let's see. So I've got Unwavering Mark, Action Surge, Warding Maneuver, Sentinel, Interception, Second Wind, Charger. I can use Dash to use a when you use the. Oh, that's an action. Never mind.
It's a dash action.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't have anything like that. I think.
I think it was warding. I think it was a unwavering mark. I think is what it was that gave you the. That was like the challenge.
Yeah,
action?
I have to hit something with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, the mark gets put on when I hit something with lock. I think instead, if there's no, that's. I mean, shouting is a free action, but I'd be trying to intimidate them. Yeah. No, that's my action economy spent.
Okay.
Next person.
Alrighty, cool. Then that would be going to the to one of the hobgoblins. Then, I could swear you had a thing. Maybe I'm misremembering. No, okay, I'm misremembering. That's me. All right, cool. Let me see. Let me just check this here. There's special commander warning. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can probably do that later. All right, cool. So you'll notice that there's this more heavily armored hobgoblin, and he's wielding what looks to be a very worn great sword, and he's going to make his approach, and he's actually going to attempt to square up to Squorb here to kind of keep you away from his comrades. So Squorb, your armor class is a
19.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. Yes. Okay, so that's one hit. He has multi-attack, so I'm gonna roll both of his attacks.
That's fine.
Okay, and then that's a miss. So he swings and gets one, but his upswing he misses. So he's going to take his greatsword. He's going to swing straight down, and that is going to be. No way it does. That's actually categorically wrong. That greatswords don't do piercing damage. I'm going to double check that. Okay, cool. Yeah, the monster stat block categorically misprints it as piercing damage. I'm like, that's absolutely wrong. This is a. I still think greatswords should do bludgeoning damage, but that's just me because they're designed to do that. They're designed to bludgeon armor.
I mean, we're both Berserk fanboys.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, the original intention of the greatsword was designed to club through armor, not like it's meant to dent
I mean,
the
it's
armor.
still cleaving. It's basically just a big heavy axe.
Yeah, that's the intention. That's why great swords didn't really have an edge. They were blunted, because they're basically just clubs that were designed to look like swords. Okay, but anyways, see that is 9 points of slashing damage dealt to Scorb, and then I missed the upswing. So in an attempt to reset himself, he swings up to try to catch you off guard, but you were able to use your shield to push it just off to the side and riposte. All right.
Let's get to work, friends.
Indeed. You hear you hear both Locke and Key. Key wakes up. Who's dying?
Hobgoblins, friend.
Locke. Good. Now we can truly show our worth. And he says, okay, so then next is going to be that hobgoblin's dead. So then that goes to the next one. The next one is going to this is the one that's a little bit further out. He appears to have what looks to be a battle standard, like hanging off of his pack, and he pulls out a horn, and though you can't hear it, you do know he's blowing into it.
Hmm.
It's at this point I'm going to have Scorb and Millennia just roll a quick perception check.
21.
21.
7.
Okay. Millennia, you notice that the group that was out in the distance is beginning to pick up pace.
Ah.
Whatever this guy did, he made them double time.
Well, they're moving a bit faster, Scorb.
We can do this.
We got this. Okay, so then this hobgoblin is going to take his sling and he's going to put it away. He pulls out his longbow and he's going to aim. I'm going to roll. Okay, he's going to aim at Scorb. Let's see if he hits. That 19 AC is deadly. That's a whiff. He takes his longbow, pulls back the arrow, and he tries to aim. He's going right between his allies, and then just as the arrow's flying through, you hear the whistling, Scorb, and you raise your shield up and just cleanly deflect it, snapping the arrow as it in mid-flight.
Oh, I love it. I have missed fighting sword and board.
Mm-hmm. Violet, you're up. Followed by Millennia.
Great. So how close together and how many could I get within a 10-foot radius?
If you count Millennia and Scorb, you can get like 6.
Okay.
Because they
Got
have Millennia surrounded, and then if you're going within a 10-foot, is it a radius or a cone?
Radius.
You can get 4.
Okay.
If you make Millennia the center, you can get the majority of them, which is 4. Because Millennia is surrounded.
Okay. Let me see.
I should practice editing and a little bit more and like try to find like DMCA free fight music and just like edit that in to like make this sound cooler.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Okay. So you didn't give me you didn't craft the bombs, or you didn't put the bombs that I made
Oh
into my
my god,
inventory,
I'm
I think.
so sorry. Did I not?
No. It's fine,
Shit.
but it does mean I'm gonna have to verbally uh figure out the maths of this. So,
Yeah, I apologize. Oh my goodness, I had 3 weeks to do that too.
Millennia Squarb, how much do y'all mind a DC 16? Does the shrapnel bomb still do Constitution, or does it change it to Dex?
It becomes a dex.
It becomes a Dex,
It
but
becomes
it
a.
still does
It still does the poison damage.
2d6 and
Yeah,
2d8.
yeah, it
Okay.
still does the poison. So it's two separate checks. It still does
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because you're adding shrapnel to it. So they still have to
Okay.
do the Constitution against the poison, but they have to do a dexterity against the shrapnel.
Okay. How much do y'all mind DC 16 con save for 2d8 poison and a DC 16 Dex save for 2d6 pierce?
I mind that.
I was hoping you wouldn't.
Well, again, Squorb isn't. Again, if you make Millennia the center, Squorb isn't in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go for it if
Like-
you're just gonna send her on me.
Yeah, because like I said, Millennia is the one
Like
that's
I could do the
surrounded.
Constitution save, but I couldn't do the Dex save, and taking half and then fall on another. That would not be good for me.
I'm resistant to poison and piercing or whatever, so
Yeah,
Okay.
being a barbarian
Um,
helps with this sort of situation.
So yeah, this is also a prone bomb. So if you fail the Dex save, I think you go prone.
I have advantage on it.
Okay.
Yes. So again, pays to have the barbarian be the target.
Yep. Okay. Millennia, watch out. I'm gonna throw my bomb into
Cool.
the center there. So everybody's gonna make con and Dex saves.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, all the hobgoblins make their con save, but they fail their dex saves. The ones that are affected.
Okay.
Dex save passed. And
Okay.
then I need to see if no, that's just strength saving throws. Okay. So just base. Con save passed.
Cool. You know, the
Awesome.
second stat you're really good in.
Okay. So
Whoa.
anybody that failed both takes 22.
Okay.
I don't know how that let's see how this math changes out. So 8 plus 7
Put it at
of
15.
that. So so 15 of that is going to be the poison damage.
Okay.
And the rest of it is piercing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
yes.
7 is piercing, and then anybody that failed their piercing is now prone.
Yes. Okay. So, um,
And it's halved if I passed. Or-
Yes, both
yes.
of those will be halved
Yes.
since you passed.
So
You'll take 11
it's-
damage total.
yes, if you have
Gotcha.
both. Yes.
I do.
Which is a problem.
Okay.
Because they failed, and even with the half poison. Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. Violet, you take half your movement to get up. You
Mhm.
you set your bomb, and then you
Yep.
huck it at Millennia.
Mhm.
The bomb lands squarely at her feet. And then you hear actually, how did you craft the bomb? Is it on a timer? Is it a flask? What did you do? I want to make sure that this is as much your role play as it is mine.
Right. Yeah, let me think about that for a second. So I imagine them as like sort of capsules.
Okay.
Capsules. How do you say that word?
Capsule.
Capsule. Whatever. That they work kind of like water balloons
Okay, so they're like the typical
on
fantasy
impact.
bomb, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
on impact, they have a weak enough membrane to explode just from hitting the ground.
Okay. Are they I don't
And
recall.
they're
Are they cast in like a metal container for ease of carrying, so that way they don't accidentally rupture? Or
Dragon
yes.
Ball Capsule Corp.
yeah, okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, in my bag they have little like pokeballs around them, and then I like remove it from the cap from the
You just huck it like a
uh
Pokeball and then they just fly.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
basically.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure so that we. Okay, so as it lands at her feet, it opens up and it releases the smoke, and bits of shrapnel begin to fly out with explosive force. Um, though the hobgoblins are able to resist the poison, the sheer shrapnel and poison combination has wiped out all opposition surrounding Millennia.
Oh, they're dead?
They're dead.
Okay, cool.
But there's a second group coming.
There is.
Squarb calls, you take care of them, I've got this one.
Alrighty.
As you hear the sound of 4 bodies simultaneously fall to the sands.
Yeah, that's my turn. I've got nothing
I
else to do,
think that was a
so.
pretty good turn. You eliminated
Pretty
the
good
majority of the
turn.
force.
Listen, AoE is awesome.
AoEs
It
are
really
great.
is.
Millennia, you're up.
All right.
And I'm with 2 single target people, so we
Yeah.
don't need a third
Millennia,
AoE
you're up, and
or
then
a third
because
single target.
yeah, so Millennia's up, and then because she eliminated the entire contingent between her and her friend, Scorb, you're on deck.
So first I'm gonna second wind.
Okay, go ahead. Pop that health.
1d10 plus 3.
I'll have you know this is only round 2,
So
so
that's 10 health back.
So the equivalent of like 12 seconds are passing.
And then I'm gonna bonus action shift.
Okay.
So I have to look at this. Sorry, it's been a minute.
It's been a while.
Da 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 da. So that's 6 plus another 1d6 temporary health.
Okay.
So that's 8 temp health.
8 temp health. Wow. Fuck. Okay.
Dang.
I just got you to
So
half
that's-
health too, dude.
Yep.
Like it's a miracle I can do it. I'll be real with you.
And then how far
Yeah, you had
out
to
are-
change the damage of slings to do it.
I still think this is a valid change.
How
I mean, I
far-
can't
You
really
literally had to
disagree.
cheat. Oh my god, SMH my head.
You just said shake my head, my head.
Yeah.
All right. Chai tea.
How far out is the second group?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me roll for that. Actually, no. You roll for it. Roll me a d4.
Okay. That's 2.
2 rounds.
2 rounds.
2 rounds.
So they're 60 feet out.
About. Yeah, give or take.
Cool. I am going to. Before I do this, do I think I can get a lot of them in a cone? 30-foot cone.
By the formation they're in, you might be able to. It's
Okay,
hard to
I'll take
tell.
that chance.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because they might scatter as they see you approach.
I'm not going to give them that chance. So I'm going to move my full 40.
Okay.
Dash to close the rest of the distance.
Alrighty.
Take an action surge.
Right, you're a fighter hybrid, so yeah, you have action surge. Go for it.
Yep. So how many of them are in a 30-foot cone?
You're looking at about. Well, let's see. So you got there pretty quickly. If you were to throw it, you'd get 8 of them.
All right, I'll do it. They need to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, please.
Alrighty, cool. Wait, what's their dexterity saving throw? What is your dex bonus? pretty respectable for hobgoblins. Not gonna lie. And then actually, hold on a second. Can I? Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. So I'm glad I read that. All right. So, as you were running, you hear in Goblin, another one of the heavily armored hobgoblins, and he says, and he proclaims, "The enemy approaches. Prepare yourselves." Um, they are, so all of these guys. I roll as a group, right, to save my time.
Right.
All of them are gonna get a D4. So I'm
Okay.
gonna roll 1d4, because he gave out a leadership command,
I see.
and that could have been better. Okay, so what's the damage? Because they didn't save. So what's the damage?
23. As I say Bianca, I sing,
Okay,
and a giant wave of lightning comes out.
cool. So as you like Veroni Kenshin style dash into position, you whip Boyakurai and you say sing as a crack of lightning streaks out, forming a huge wave equivalent to a dragon's breath. Just sweeps across the second force. All but the captain fall to your blades singing.
Point the sword at him. You're next, and then I will do my wisdom. I'll roll on my table again.
Yes.
You just killed so many dudes.
Should I roll that 8 times since I killed 8 people?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh
Or
no.
7 people?
7. You killed 7.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I get a 1. I got a 1.
You are blood hungry.
Yeah.
You want to see blood flow. It doesn't matter if it's yours or your foes. You deal
I do
twice as
double
much
damage.
damage, but you also
Yep.
take twice as much before
Which is just
modifiers.
regular damage because I'm raging.
Yes, and then at the end of the encounter, you will suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Fine, we're gonna sleep after this.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
She gets
so-
like this huge manic grin on her face too.
Cool. Hey, Squarbo, buddy, pal of mine. Guess whose turn it is?
It's mine.
It's
Squarb's gonna
yours.
narrow his eyes at the hobgoblin dead in front of him. In Goblin, say mistake, and then lash out. I'm gonna go ahead and do my attacks now.
Go for it. All out.
So that's a
Sure.
nat 20.
Oh.
Okay, do you remember how we do it?
No.
Crunchy crits, you take the maximum value of the die, roll the
16,
die,
20. So I've got 8.
so then you're
So
gonna
I roll a d8.
Yep, so you roll that.
Okay, so that's 5.
Add all your modifiers.
Okay. So 8 plus 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That is a 17-point crit,
Woof.
I think.
So 8 plus 5 is 13, plus your
Mhm.
strength modifier.
Of 4 is 17.
Okay, then yeah, 17 is your
Yeah.
crit damage.
Cool.
You
And then
almost
it gets a lockdown mark, right?
Yeah, and he gets a lockdown mark.
Yeah, he's going to get a lockdown mark. He's going to get an unwavering. And then I'm going to hit him again.
Go for it. You have extra attack. Yes, you do.
I do.
You hurt
nat
our
1.
friend, now you pay.
Nat 1. I'm going to action surge.
Roll for it. Keep going. You have 2 extra
Yep.
attacks now.
Average fighter
that is a
party, I
16 to hit?
guess.
16 will miss.
Okay. And then a 14 will also miss. Really bad luck on that.
Really bad luck on that, but 1 lockdown mark is still 1 lockdown mark. Now, can you? Is it when he's got 3 is when I have to start rolling, correct? Or is it the start? Of the turn?
Let me double check real quick. I believe you are correct.
Okay. While you're
Let's
double
see.
checking that, I'm gonna go flip my dinner. So we're doing a slow burn or a slow and low cook, so it's gonna take a bit.
Oh, yeah. There's not much extra special as long as there's a marked Rephrasing. As long as the marked creature is within 5 feet of me, it has to attack me, or it has disadvantage on its attack roll.
Nice.
If it deals damage to anyone else, I can make a special melee attack against it on my turn as a bonus action and with 4 bonus extra damage.
We avenged you, Violet.
Yeah. I. Yeah.
I'm a lot of bit disappointed that 3 of my 4 attacks missed.
Yeah,
Oh well.
that's rough.
Oh, I hate
Yeah,
doing
some
those.
games you get speed bagged.
Yep. All right. So, what was the result of the research?
So he has disadvantage to attack anything other than me, and if he damages anything other than me, I can make a special attack against him.
Right. Okay. Good. Good to know. Good to know. Bummer that it's his turn. Because, damn. Okay. So he just saw his entire contingent force get decimated, and his entire starting force, aside from his herald, is also decimated.
What's the Herald gonna do?
The herald's got a sword. But okay.
Oh,
So here's what we're gonna do.
that's cute.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do morality checks because these are
Might
intelligent.
be a good idea.
Because these are intelligent creatures, they know when to run. So there are currently 4 of them left, counting the guy who got hit with lightning. So we're gonna roll each of them individually, and then I'm going to have the group go ahead and roll me a group intimidation.
Can I
Okay.
use strength for mine?
Yes,
Okay.
this is a show of.
That is an 18.
Yeah, this is a show of
23.
force. So 23, 18, Violet.
17.
That's a low roll for you. Like. Okay, so
Yeah.
23, 18, 17. You all beat or met their morality rolls, which means they are demoralized, which means they will attempt to flee. But I have to do this in order. So the heralds immediately they can flee freely because they are not hampered by anybody. And they are going to take their entire dash action to do so. The hobgoblin is in combat with Squarb. I will leave it up to Squarb whether or not you wish to take this opportunity attack, as he is going to turn tail and run.
No need, man. No need to kill it.
Okay. He's the one who's going to proclaim the retreat order. So he's going to run. Millennia, you are in a blood hungry state.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you, as a character first, do you pursue or do you let it happen? Do you let them run?
I think so. It's been a long time since this came over her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she kind of let her guard down about it, so she kind of loses herself and goes after.
Okay, cool. In this case, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you roll a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, just to
Okay.
see if you catch yourself. Still
Yep.
DC 10, but you're at disadvantage.
No, that's a 3.
All right. Well, it's still this man. So, yeah. How much damage did you deal again?
25. Or wait, no, 23.
Cool. I had to recalculate for the other guy. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, since they're all choosing to retreat, you have an opportunity attack to be made here.
Okay. Gladly. That was a 1. That was a nat 1.
Oof, bummer. So, yep, so that will be with. Do you have disadvantage? Why do you have disadvantage?
What? Oh, wait. I had advantage on this?
No. So,
Oh.
I'm still seeing the wisdom saving throw. Hold on. My thing didn't reset. Hold up a second. Game log. There it goes. Okay. It's still an opportunity attack, but so you can still apply all of your, you can still apply all your modifiers to it. I believe so for opportunity attacks.
I mean, that was my modifier, but
No, no, no. I meant like you can still apply your fighting spirit.
oh, okay, yeah, I'll do fighting spirit.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Let me just double check to make sure. I mean,
Okay.
I'll let you have the attack regardless. I just need to know.
Right. Give yourself advantage on weapon attack rules until the end of the current turn.
This is technically a weapon attack roll, so yes, you can do so.
Okay. I'll roll again then. That's better. That's a 21 to hit.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, yes. So it doesn't impede opportunity attacks. Yeah. So yeah,
16 base.
you're dealing double.
Oh, right. So
So how do you want to do
32 base.
this? So how do you want to do this?
It is a just like jump in the air and just come straight down the middle.
Oof. So, as he
You just bifurcated that
yeah,
man.
Yep.
this man is in twain. Spinal cord? No.
She's shifted too, so it's like bloody
it's
wolf.
like yeah, you're the bits of fur that like trail across your head and your arms are coated in a crimson viscera. And as they all continue to retreat, they flee from not just Squore, but like you specifically. They flee from, but they also flee from whatever the hell or whoever the hell threw a bomb at them. So like everybody contributed. Don't get me wrong, everybody contributed, but there is some inherent visual fear that is being presented to them that says this was a bad idea. We made a mistake, and
We
we
killed a
gotta
platoon.
and we gotta go. Like we gotta go. Okay, so yeah, but that's gonna be the end of combat.
Okay.
Violet's going to fucking sleep.
Millennia just collapses to her knees and just starts panting heavily.
Let's go make sure she's okay.
I've got to
No,
sleep.
you're fine. I apologize. I was speaking to gesturing towards Lock and Key.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just like, right, sir, we shall do just that. And then you hear Key, I'm going back to sleep.
You do that, Key. It's fine. Sorry for the confusion, Violet.
Violet's
Oi,
already like
Millennia.
knocked out.
Violet's
and
already
barely
catatonic again.
responsive.
That's fair. Oi, Millennia.
I
You good?
lost myself for a second.
You fucking bifurcated that dude.
I know.
You are knees down in between the corpse of a man you just
Yep.
bifurcated.
You need a hand back up?
I just need a second. It
All
takes
right.
a lot out of me when that happens.
I got it. I can take watch for the rest of the night.
Sounds good. And then eventually she'll slowly make her way back to camp and just pass out.
Fair enough. So everybody heal up, take your full rest, take your long rest, and then that's where we're gonna end today's session.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just
I
right
just
after
noticed that how long we were going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, let's cut here. We're almost at 3 hours, so I gotta keep watching my time a little bit better, given what we're doing. Hopefully next week or going forward.
Yeah,
So
It's fine.
I
mean, my time's pretty free, but I know that the others may not have it as open as me. So
right.
Yeah, I got work tonight and also I'm sick.
Yeah, justly
Oh.
so. Yeah, justly so.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? Though, actually, no, not yet. I'd rather the whole party be here for that. We'll worry about that later. But congratulations, nobody died.
How dare you? How dare
Nobody
you? How
died.
dare you?
Nobody died. Congratulations.
died.
Hell yeah. Hey, that's a victory in my book.
That's you know what? Wood. All right. So, with that in mind, guys, thank you so much for joining us, for helping us get back into the swing of things. I appreciate your guys' patience. It's been a long while, but we are gonna keep doing our best to keep meeting up every Sunday as best we can. And then
Christmas is also this month, so
yeah,
probably
so
not that one.
Yeah,
yeah,
we
so-
might be slow until January.
to be brutally honest, I think so here's the thing. Depending on how well next week goes, we may take a break from the campaign due to holidays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be upfront about this right now. So depending on how next week pans out, we may have to take a holiday break, and then we will be back more than likely the second week of January is where I'm gonna put a hard cap on that, because I don't know how people's plans are gonna pan out with the holidays and New Year's and traveling and all that jazz. So anything can happen. But until then, that's gonna be it from us. So hopefully we'll see you all next week Sunday, and hopefully we make it to the mountains, and then I will finally give Violet the catharsis she so justly deserves and has been asking for weeks.
I don't know what you're talking about, really, honestly. Yeah, no, there's nothing in particular that I could think of.
See, this is why I hide behind the screen, and you get hit by boulders.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
The rocks fall, everyone dies. We're starting a new campaign.
End stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.